one more night. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I do it all before I die. I wanna get it on tonight. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I wanna get you one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. Ooh, this time I wanna take it slow. I don't need my phone. I know how to picture in my mind the nights with you. I'm ready to enjoy the ride. I don't wanna die, but I could die in your arms, 'cause I don't need to live forever. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I do it all before I die. I wanna get it on tonight. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I wanna get you one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. And every way you keep me started off fine, now deep in love, going deep in love. I'll be right back, can't see you just one more time.
You know what time it is. Marvin Devine, Hoover, Axel, and you know how we do. Yeah, I got the juice, yeah, I got the juice. Whip game cool, make them look like cool. Hey, always play it cool, that's the biggest rule. Yeah, fuck that, what they doing, keep on doing.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me first do something with the webcam. Now, bam, beautiful, smooth frames and everything. Now, let me take a sip of my cold, refreshing water. I'm not gonna be naming the brand until they sponsor me. How are you doing, boys? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Are you boys ready? Are you excited to see some motherfucking 5v5 1v1 duels? I am ready. I hope you guys are too. Let me get the music back up and running. I think we're going to be throwing this song into the mix. I feel like this is going to be a part of the the ever-expanding dueling mix. You know what time it is. How you boys doing? Welcome back to the stream. Hope all of you are having a good one. Who do we got in chat? We got ourselves Teddy, Ark, Sevar, Kran, Ammon. We got ourselves Gaical. We got ourselves FG, Gunrunner, Teddy, Mohammed, Odell. We got ourselves Ark. How you boys all doing? Hope all of you are having a good one. MDML, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Blood of the enemy on the major slot for Outlaw. It is good for keys as well as any raids where you have to go for Cleave. In PvP, it might have a play, but I haven't really been playing with it. I say stick with Crucible if you're going to PvP. What's up, Jim? Swift Prince, how you doing, my man? Hope you are having a good one. Alrighty, boys. I think it's time to jump on and get some 5v5 1v1 duels out of the way. Boys, log on, make some groups right now so we can have some fun here. How you doing today, Dal? How you doing, Talaris? Hope you're having a good one, my man. I'm doing great. How you doing, Lokron? How you doing, my man? I'm curious, how big does the corruption make a difference in arenas? I haven't done it yet. 8.3 drops. I'm pretty afraid it could happen. Now, corruptions are looking like they do impact arenas. As to how big of an impact, I think there might be some nerfs later down the line. Some buffs, some nerfs maybe. But so far, I haven't really seen people asking for like removal of them in arena, you know what I mean? So, I still think player skill will trump corruptions, but I could be wrong. But so far, I got one small tiny little corruption where I'm slapping these big fatty tentacles on people. And I've been having fun doing that. Lucron, how you doing, my man? You should be able to get into stuff like that fairly easily with all the corruptions and whatnot. I still feel like player skill does trump gameplay. I could be wrong, dude. It could be like a week from now, they're like nerfing all corruption in PvP by 80%. They were way out of control, and that was wrong. But for now, they feel good. Currently, everyone's asking for them to be removed. Are they? I haven't really seen it that much. But then again, like I feel like if you go looking for forums posts that say that, you'll find them, right? That's how I look at it. But if you don't look for it and you still hear stuff about that, if you're not even looking and it just gets in a passing conversation on a regular, then it's a different story. I mean, the only thing I've been seeing is like tweets of people be like, huh, corruption seemed pretty strong. Blizzard devs, can we get a thought process? Like, can you get an opinion? What do you think about this so far? But nothing else said to remove them. They're just like, huh, these seem to be doing quite a bit of damage sometimes. I don't know about that. This is literally named the shaman. Dude, he's just got all the cats rolling up. Boris already ready with full group. Beautiful. We got ourselves maybe who else? While I swap to my dueling mix, who else do we got with the group? We just need one more and we're good to go, boys. One more and we're good to go. Sevark popping out with a big old 5-man team. Let's get some variety in here tonight, boys. Alrighty? I want to see as many new people, as many new classes that we don't ever see, as many possible specs viable. Let's give it all a chance for everything. How does that sound? Get some variety into these duels. We see a lot of Windwalkers all the time. We see a lot of Fire Mages here. What about a Frost Mage? Really trying to see if they can etch out some kind of a place in Frost. What about, you know, Windwalkers everywhere? What about some more Sub-Rogues? What about some more Survival Hunters? What about a Beastmaster Hunter Marksman? It's a whole nother story. Balanced Druids! I mean, we'll get a variety with all you boys because you guys are beautiful. But the more variety you can get, I think the better. Feral Druids, RBGs, go? You think so? Change the screen dial? I will. I'm glad that you guys got it all set up and ready, though. Appreciate you, Stuart, for letting me know. Twitch, what do we got in here? We got ourselves Team Red already set up. We got ourselves Allies as a Windwalker. What are these weapons? That looks like... Wait, what are these weapons? Is that WAD? That's either WAD or Mob. I want to say WAD, but maybe it's Mob because I like the curves. I don't even know. We got Sevark here as a human. Oh my goodness, buddy. That's a big change from a gnome, but it looks good. We got ourselves Desire playing as a druid, Rose XO as a red, and we got Thundress sitting in that Thundress in the back. We got ourselves Demoniac on Team Blue, as I want to say, Assassin's Rogue Lucron going back as a good old Demonology. We got ourselves Nexus VY playing, I want to say, like Survival. We got ourselves P Blood, and we got ourselves Poseidon from Azeroth. He's Poseidon coming back with a big old zombie build because he used to rock that for a little bit, man. A big old Zombo build. Demoniac coming in as a sub-rogue versus Seavark playing Arcane Mage at the start. Demoniac already got Shadow Blades rolling. That's going to be double cheap shot. Huge proc for Demoniac though. Big old meme beam coming out from the sky. Seavark trying to see if he can escape a double. Crucible into Seavark right after. He does get a little bit of healing through Temporal. Looks like Seavark is lagging just a little bit. Trying to blink away from Demoniac. Trying to get as much damage out as he can. Trying to get the slows going. Demoniac though, I think it's actually Seavark is the one with the procs for Corruptions. I could be wrong, but it looks like Corruptions are firing at one another. Cloak shot is coming out for Demoniac as he gets hit with a Maledict. Seavark trying to see if he can just run away from the guy. Also got hit from a Maledict. Trying to get some slows on Demoniac. He just needs one Shadow Step to force out the big defenses. It's going to be Vanish out of the road. Seavark blinking away from the guy. Demoniac trying to keep and maintain the damage onto Seavark. Gonna go for a Warlock Hellstone right before the Maledict starts to really stack up the heal reduction. Get a shot on Seavark, forcing out the Ice Block immediately out of the Mage. The burst out of these two. The damage is so sky high. Arcane Missiles chasing after Demoniac. Is that going to be enough to finish him off? He does live by the skin of his teeth. Seavark does pop himself a little bit extra shield. Could go for Crucible's defense. It looks like most of these guys have used all their offensive pressure off the bat. Demoniac, I think, does still rock a blind, so for Seavark, that could be really bad. Not having Iceblock is going to be huge. Shadow Step from Demoniac could really stop this game. Seavark is going to go for food with a small heal sap coming out to stop the Eats, but the hot is still there. Demoniac is going to get himself a quick concoction rolling, trying to make that big sub-rogue burst count and do as much damage as possible. Getting those Shadow Strikes in there. Another cheap shot to Seavark. He does land himself a Temporal Prior. That's going to be huge corruption. Smacking Seavark for quite a bit. Demoniac is going to dip away after popping in a Crucible Dot onto Seavark, but he's going to blink in on top of Demoniac for a second. That's going to be, I think, a restyle by Demoniac for a second. I think he did get himself a restyle with a Shadow Strike blind on the Seavark. Looks like Seavark, unless he doesn't have a trinket, he might be down for the count. Actually, before he could get sapped on, he does break out of it. No trinket available. Shortest cheap shot ever, but that might be enough. However, Seavark barely in health does go down. Demoniac does take him out as a sub-rogue. The mobility versus mobility really came down to the wire. Desire is going to be up next. I didn't even mean to rhyme that one. Desire looking like he's playing himself a little bit of those Infinite Stars. We're going to be casting those wishes against Demoniac. Evasion up for the rogue for a moment. Desire tried to see if he can rip behind him. Does pop. He's rip and bleeds. That's going to be killing shot for into Desire. Demoniac looking to get away. We're going to pop that Warlock Hellstone restealth coming up for Desire. Looking to maybe get himself an open on Demoniac, but that's going to be Demoniac catching a restealth with a fire sap onto Desire. 2 minutes 46 seconds into this duel. Desire is with a trinket. Demoniac getting cooldowns back little by little. Shadow Blades are up and running. Is Desire going to pop anything here? Demoniac is just trying to go ham. That's going to be a trinket out of him. Desire going to hit him with a cheap shot again. Wall coming out for the Feral. He's playing very defensive. That's going to be Maledict to put even more pressure onto the Feral. Might want to pop a wall again. Sound short onto Demoniac. He does have a trinket. Malice here rolling onto Desire. Trying to pop some heals on him as best as possible. And is looking to catch a quick reset. Demoniac is going to be trying to beat him on the top side of the platform. Regrossa coming out. Does Demoniac land the opener? He does get a Shadow Strike. It's going to get a Noblet rolling. Cheap shot onto Desire. Bear form is up and running. He is getting some heals rolling for now, though. In second wall right before the cheap shot. Looks like Demoniac is going to have a second go. Try to cloak the shadows and finish this off before it's over. Does land that kill. And next up is going to be Thundress. Not going to let Demoniac have a quick set reset. That's going to be the last. It looks like Demoniac is running relentless. This man has not trinketed anything yet. He's trying to play around relentless as best as possible, which is helping him. Cheap shot onto Thundress. Does Shadow Step as he's getting knocked back as well. Greater Fire Ellie is unloading some fire damage to Demoniac. He is going to get a dot up onto Thundress and is looking to catch a reset out with that concoction. Looking to kite around until some cooldowns are back up. Thundress is going to be allowed the opportunity to catch a little bit of healing here and there. Demoniac landing a blind onto Thundress, hoping that will be enough to get a trinket out of the guy. Does not land a trinket for him and is looking for a full reset here. Believe he might have a Flame Shock on him right now, so that might make it difficult. Thundress, if he's fast enough, he might be able to get Demoniac. Looks like he's going to go for eyes instead. And my back hurts, boys. Sorry, I had to take a stretch here real quick. Demoniac landing an open onto Thundress, doing quite a bit of damage. Back-to-back cheap shots are coming out. Got himself a charge of Shadow Dance. This is going to be Lightning Lasso throwing down on Demoniac. He is going to be dropping down to about similar health. Thundress actually just slightly ahead of him. Wall coming out for the Shaman, though. As Demoniac try to see if he can just keep the sustained damage and pressure rolling. Going to be an interrupt into the Hex. And is looking to actually line aside Thundress so he doesn't get hexed right after it. Better to catch a full reset. Is going to refill himself on those Warlock Hellstones as they're becoming so value here. 4 minutes in, though, rolling into the 5. It's going to be some necrotics. Not even necrotics. A little bit of that dampening rolling up. I actually have to remember because there's necrotics right? There's healing reduction, mortal strikes, dampening. There's so many different effects to keep track of, dude. That I'm forgetful. I need to eat more either carrots or blueberries. Demonic open it up with his Shadow Blades onto Thundress. Double cheap shot. It's going to be knockback for Thundress. It's triple cheap shot coming out either way. Lightning Lasso onto the Rogue. He's going to have to sit it for a moment. Still has Shadow Blade, so you could continue rolling damage onto Thundress. It's going to be Capacitor Maladuk rolling onto the Shaman Dome. Trying to use Crucible in order to get a self-heal. Hex trying to come out. It's going to be vanished by Demoniac. Got himself Cold Blood as well. Did not get himself a cheap shot there, but a Shadow Strike still did quite a bit of damage on the last Shadow Strike to finish it off. It looks like maybe Alos is up next. Got himself that Arcana trinket rolled up. Probably should have used it a lot earlier and then mounted up. Trying to see if he can catch Demonic. Going to be a sap out of the Rogue. He actually could wait out the trinket completely, or is he just going to go in at the very beginning? Could that be a big old subtlety Rogue 1v5? I think Demonic is trying to see if he could set up for one. We'll see if he's going to be able to do this. Going to be a pre-wall for Alos. Stun on Demonic. Trying to min-max the damage on the Trinket. Touch Death onto Demonic right now. He has evasion rolling. No vanish though. That's going to be Touch Death. That is going to tag on him for quite a bit of damage. Alos is doing as much damage as humanly possible. Killing the shot is going to get Trinketed out. Demonic is actually super behind on health. Does get a nice proc of corruption with a big old beam from the sky. It looks like Alos got one of their own, unless that was a double for Demoniac. Might have been a double for Demoniac actually. But it's going to be blind onto Alos. No Trinket available. Alos, if he is unable to catch up to Demonic and get him out of cell before he can catch a reset, does go for a shot step, trying to see if he can juke around. Barely in health left, does land a kidney onto Alos, shortest kidney in the world. He might still be able to catch up. Demoniac is looking desperately for that reset. Does catch a restart for a second. Does Alos find him sap coming out? And that's going to be a clean reset by this Rogue. Good shadow step to get around the Monk. I felt like that was very well done. That's going to be some easy heals for Alos. Trinket available. No, actually, no Trinket still available for Demoniac. Karma available for Alos if things really go bad. Double cheap shot onto the Monk. And they're going to try to see if he can get some damage on Demonic. Really low on health. Might have to Karma here. It's going to Karma. Demonic has no way out of this, actually. Might be down for the count. Does go down with Alos taking him out. Karma up. No health available. The next Rogue. Shadow Strike is probably going to be the end of it. Does get a kick onto that heal. That's going to be dampen harm. Kill Alos. Recover here. Does use Crucible offensively rather than defensively. Trying to check his lost out of the MP blood. I think got enough damage on him. And it's going to be able to take him out. Man, Demonic really went in there. He didn't get a big old 1v4 or 1v5, but he did do well. And Rose XO is going to be next up as a red paladin. He has quite a few people from Team Blue to just rip through. But is he going to be able to do that? It doesn't look like he has any corruption effects on him. That or he doesn't have any strong ones. People are getting hit with a Hodge. And that's going to be Rosix, so just getting some freebie damage on him. And he's just trying to run away. There's going to be a sub-rogue damage out of P-Blood. Wings coming out for Rosix, so cheap shot to follow. Does he go for a human racial there? There might have actually been human racial. Going to be evasion out for P-Blood right now. But it's getting kited around by Rosix, so trying not to get a cast out while the rogue is nearby. The rogue is actually doing quite a bit of damage with the Malak rolling up. Going to be some big damage to P-Blood right now. Going to have to reset. Mal is still rolling on Rosix, so strong. Looking to pick up the eyes and finish this rogue. Does hit him in the judgment. It's going to pony up. P-Blood is not looking all that good right now, though. Might have to cloak or shadows this or anything. He doesn't have a lot of defensive left. Does he have enough damage here? Does shadow step behind Rose XO? That's going to be another set of wings. Skinny shot onto Rose. It's going to be very, very short. Does he go for cheap shot? Maybe. Does get clapped out with a big old Templar's verdict out of Rose, and not a bubble bop or anything there. And next up is going to be Lucron. Now, red paladins do have quite a bit of damage against Lucron. Looks like maybe Honor Duel, maybe not. Looks like Honor Duel. First Honor Duel of the day with a big old bow from one champion to another. Rose versus Lucron. Red Paladin versus Demonology Warlock. Lucron is at least letting Rose get to the other side of the pillar. Rose didn't get that much self-healing so far. He is able to heal if he wants to. Now he's going to go for it. He's like, you know what? I'm going to start healing when we're in combat. So if Lucron doesn't want to push up on me to interrupt my heals, that is going to be a strategy. And that's going to be Lucron meeting Rose out in the open. Trying to see if he can jump off the side. He's probably going to use a little bit of this line side of the arena in order to make his way closer. Lucron is going to try to get himself as much max range on things as possible. Rose is actually going to sit on the ledge until they get interrupted, and it's going to jump down immediately. So that's going to be a kick baited out for Lucron. Rose just let the kick happen. But now Lucron cannot get any line of sight off Rose, and he's actually having to get closer and closer, which is exactly what the Paladin wants him. Now that he's close enough, the Paladin doesn't need to use mobility to catch up. Hodge into Lucron, he trick inside of it immediately. Going to be a fear onto Rose, does interrupt that fear. It's going to be Handle Dance coming out for Lucron, trying to be proactive with his damage as much as possible. It's going to be someone tired. Rose looking to actually get away from the turn. Stun onto Rose, maybe a second stun to follow. Does he have a second stun? It doesn't look like he runs a second pet. However, Mally onto Rose, getting slapped around by Tyrant, actually taking quite free damage right now. Almost a stun by the Lucron, the pets are still on Rose. Mally completely out. It's going to be Tyrant, maybe able to get one more cast off. Does get to live past the Tyrant Fear onto Rose while his health is quite low. Might be a bubble or bop out of this Paladin eventually, trying to get some more pets up and running. Rose needs to get himself as much healing. Lucan needs to get some line of sight off Rose to get those interrupts on the heal. It is going to get those pets. Got himself some line of sight, so let's get the pets up and running. Needs to kite Rose and let the pets do work. Stun into Rose. Bob coming up for Rose. The pets are actually still going to do him enough damage. If Lucan has enough damage magically, he still might be able to do this. Can't interrupt Rose right now. Hodge into Lucan. He does have wall. Did not have a reflective level for it. Rose playing very defensive. Is trying to get himself as many flashlights as possible. Lucan has a trick in about a minute. He does have reflect if things go bad. He could maybe reflect a Hodge back into Rose XO. Bubble. Rose is trying to hold on to it as much as possible. New Felgar might be coming out for Lucan. Is going to get even more pets onto Rose. For Rose, the pets are actually quite good. He does build up an honor talent for him where 1 minute wings. He basically got to take enough damage where he builds up this buff, and once this buff has 50 stacks from 50 different hits, he'll be able to pop minute long wings for like 6 seconds. Reflect coming out for Lucan. In case it was going to be a Hodge out of Rose, he did bait it out pretty well, so next Hodge is going to be a guaranteed go to. Lucan might have to save a pet stun for the next stun from Rose XO or something, as that could be Paladin wings then. For Lucan, it's super difficult just to find himself some good positional here, but that's going to be horrific into Fear. Rose bubbling this, trying to give himself as much invulnerability here, trying to maximize the damage during that bubble. Invulnerability might be the into Lucan here with the toughest verdict. Does he get it? Lucan increasing his own health. Does he get to use the Warlock Gateway though? Trying to go for Warlock Gateway. Looks like it was on cooldown just for a few seconds. Rogues does end up taking him out. Beside him, yet another honor duel for Rose XO. Gives him a bow, goes to the other side, so Rose doesn't have to go anywhere. Just wants to start the duel ASAP. Rose out of Bob, out of Bubble. Had to use a lot for Lucan. Even Blessing of Protection, which is all mostly for physical damage. Lucan being a caster. But then again, most of the pets auto attacks are going to be the play. Man, the Tyrant is so difficult to play with Tyrant, especially in the arena like this, dude. It gets line decided so easily. And Poseidon is actually trying to see if he can grip Rose XO down on top of him. It's going to be Abomination, unable to really get to Rose XO. Not only kiting the Paladin, he's also kiting all those pets. Is going to dip down. All those pets are not able to get proper auto attacks onto Rose XO. The Undead army is doing quite good though. Does get interrupted on Holy. That's going to be some necrotic start to stack up. Hodge into Poseidon. He could trick it. Does trick it. Wings are up for Rose right now. Could AMS it. Does get a corruption proc onto Rose. Trying to maximize the damage. Transfusion coming out. He's going to be able to heal through quite a bit of this damage from Rose. Even at 47% dampen. Look how healthy this boy is. Look how bad Rose is looking. Stun into Rose right now. That could be the end. Zombies are going to be walking at Rose too. That's an extra zombie. Does get a Shield of Vengeance up and running. It is going to pop back at Poseidon. But with an IBF, it's not a lot he can really do about it. Pop it in zombies, so they might walk at Rose. That's actually a zombie right there. Oh! Walked right into a zombie. You gotta look where you're walking. Poseidon with them Demon Hunter. Oh, Demon Hunter Eye. Oh, Death Knight Eyes. Looking quite good. That was a good damn duel, boys. Oh my goodness. I wish most of you guys didn't leave so I could see what the damage was on everybody. And healing. Oh, that was good. Holy crap. Sorry, boys. My back hurts a little. Trying to see if I can like pressurize my back to get someone to shift around back there. With the patch 8.3 coming out, I've been sitting a lot on my PC, dude, more than usual, and I sit here pretty much often, but yeah. Alrighty, boys. There's a chat bug and I made it press my trinket binds, so I lose that. Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. I pressed trinket at the start of the game. I'm sorry about that, see work in the gates. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. You could tell like somebody else to go ahead of you if something like that happens again. Like if it's a bug and nothing you can do about it, be like, yeah, well, can somebody go ahead of me? I just popped my trinket. Like you guys do your rolls, right? You do your rolls to find out who goes first. And if you pop your trinket by accident, or like if a bug made you pop your trinket, you'd be like, yo, can the second person go first? My trinket kind of gets screwed. I think it'll be fine. I think a lot of people will understand. Alrighty, boys, get me another group up and running. I'll do it the next time. Got a group of 5 of them. Perfect. Boris, let me know if you're good to go. If you guys want to get groups up and running as well, you're more than welcome to. If you guys want to join any of the 5v5 1v1 groups, all you have to do is hit H on your keyboard to bring up Group Finder or I. Either way, go to Player vs. Player, Premier Group, Custom PvP, find a group. Just type in number 5, enter, and you'll see a 5v5 1v1 group up and running on NA for Alliance or Horde. If you guys don't see one, however, start group, call it something like 5v5, but I can't spell 5v5 1v1 Duels. And then list group, get 4 people in to make a 5-man group. Add me on Real ID and I'll queue you against a group that is up and running, boys. Hope you guys enjoyed that last duel. We got a lot more to come tonight. Oh, somebody's already signed up, but I can't actually be lead. I can't legit be lead, man. I can't legit be lead because I have to be the guy watching. But if you guys want to make groups yourself, you're more than welcome to. Ajax TV the Hunter, what's up, man? How you doing, dude? Did all 3 holds. I thought about it myself. Pull the end of the boss before killing the 3rd boss. Pull the boss spawn. I was right. I had too many bosses on me. I actually survived even with one of the minion bosses that gives 100% damage taken debuff. Yo, Atho, that's huge, dude. If you could start surviving those early, it's gonna be easier down the line. Like if you can start mass pulling stuff like that now, and if you can survive it now, that might be a valid strat at a later time, dude. Not gonna lie. Oh, it's cool. Yeah. Love him so much. I've never had a normal 1v1 this guy. I'm usually at 10% already when I lost no trinket. I'm sorry, dude. That's unlucky. Is that like an add-on or something? Or like, is that a chat thing? There's a chat bug that made me press my trinket bind. I'm sorry about that, dude. Hey, Don. What's up, Dom? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. I've noticed some weird things with the chat box too, like it's both stick and non-stick in terms of selection. That became, you know, made sense. I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Like we could move it sometimes and not move it. I feel you, dude. I feel you. Is this Alliance only? Alliance and Horde, boys, you're more than welcome to play any faction you want to. We can start a group on any faction you like. I don't care what faction you play, as long as it's on NA. I've been rhyming, dude, all day. I'm a fucking rhyme god. What the fuck am I doing YouTube videos? I should be rhyming out there, dude. I should be on that hustle. The rhymes have just been coming easily today. I don't even try. Oh shit, that was cool. Hell yeah, dude. Let's get another one up and running. Yeah, I think Boom had a group running. I don't know if Boris is remaking the group or not. We got Seawork with the group. Yeah, but you guys are more than welcome to play whatever. Hi again, what's up, Benz? How you doing, my dude? I hope you're having a good one, my man. Let me get another sip of water, dude. Boom is in my group. Okay, never mind then. Dalaran, hi, how's it going? I'm Poppy on here. Yeah, I thought Boom was maybe making another group. It might have to make some different groups, like Boom on one group, you work on the other. Make sure separate alliance groups or something. I think that might be easier to get people up and running, man. Just having people like make your own groups or whatever. So like everybody in Seawork's group, if they were to make a group of their own, that would have like 5 different groups to work with, man. And if a bunch of people join those, we'll have 5 different groups to queue against one another. I think that'll work. I think we might have to do that. I know you guys like stick it together in one group, but it might have to if you want to get some duels running. I don't join one, but there are no groups. You can open one and make your stuff if you want, my guy. Just open up LFG, go to custom PvP, make a custom group, call it something like 5V5 1V1 Dalaran, and make a group, dude. You guys are more than welcome to make your own groups, by the way. That's usually how we do these. Oh, them lagging? Yo, that's what I do in my dailies at the very start of the day, man. I try to do it at the start of the day or middle of the night, because otherwise it lags. It's almost like there's just a lot of people playing. But this game is a dead game, right? Yes, Dills, what's up, AJ? How you doing, my man? You're motherfucker to join, dude. Motherfucker to join in these. I made a custom group. Look out 5V5 Horde. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to, we got 5. Beautiful, Lucron. Beautiful. Are you lead? I'm gonna guess you are. And Seawork. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to advertise these groups in chat. Oh, it's Demoniac's group, isn't it? So it's, wait, hold on. Seawork, Lucron, 5. There we go. I think we're good now. It should work, right? Mugambala, beautiful. It looks like there is a specific like arena set that the game generally follows. Like sometimes it starts with one arena, sometimes it starts with another. We do our arenas random, but it seems to always follow like Blade's Edge, Mugambala into like Dalaran Sewers, I think, into, I mean, it is random, but usually it follows like a consistent, like usually some of our last arenas are either in Hook Point or Tolveron Arena, and like nothing I can really do about that, right? It usually doesn't double up, but yeah. Anyway, we'll see, I guess. Switch. Team Blue. We're gonna take a look at them real quick. We got Cinderella coming back in as what looks like a feral druid. Nice staff, by the way. Nice mug. Haven't seen Cinderella in a while. We got us a demonic in here. We got Lucron as a demonology. We got ourselves Dex as a survivor. Didn't get to play last time. And Poseidon as an unholy. We got Boomasaur as a, I want to say, Destro Warlock off the bat for Team Red. Seawork as more of that arcane mage, I want to say. Maybe this on fire. We got ourselves Dylan. We got ourselves Telarius. We got ourselves Zacondrius. Telarius, Zacondrius. So many demon hunters in one group. It's gonna be Dylan going out as a Worgen with a nice fancy looking mug. Bunch of corruption gear set up versus Demoniac playing up that sub row. Gonna open up on the demon on the doggo Dylan. It's gonna go for enrage regeneration. Maybe a little bit too early. Demoniac popping that evasion to make sure he is able to evade any of the heals Dylan's trying to go for. Maybe one charge heal is what he'll be able to get. Doesn't look like he's even going to try for it. Looks like it's going to be Son of Demoniac and actually going to get a charge on him with a Stormbolt to follow right after. Got himself quite a bunch of corruptions going up, but the looks of it is going to go for Warlock House on ASUS, dipping down health. Actually got quite a bit of damage on Demonic. Blood of the enemy coming out. Is he going to be able to maximize any damage there? Cheap shot coming out. Chicken coming out for Dylan. I can swap it to the wrong person. Maledict fully set up on Dylan. Does he get any offensive pressure? It looks like he does go down. Demonic does end up taking him out. If it looks like Dylan might have popped the defensive a little bit too early. Is it Hilarious up next? No, it's actually going to be Zacondrius up next versus Demoniac. Does have Spectral Sight, doesn't choose to use it early on. We just went straight to Demoniac. I think the plan is to actually get himself sapped and then see if he can turn it around on Demoniac. He is playing Demon Hunter, does go for a little bit of that Immolation Aura. That's still going to be quite a lot of damage for Demoniac with that corruption to follow. Cheap shots of Mr. actually did quite a bit of damage. Demoniac is going to get a blind with Zach, who's going to trick it and try to see if he can get some damage onto Demoniac. I think he tried to go for a stun. I don't know if he was able to do it. Looks like might have been a little bit of lag for Zach. It looks like Demonic is scoping it up a little bit early. Does get that extra corruption effect onto Zacondrius. Is going to be a stun onto the roll. However, Zach might be able to finally unleash the beast within. Is going to go for a bit of a blaze storm. Cheap shots coming out for Demoniac. They are going to be full. So as long as he has the Shadow Dance available, he should be good to go. No blind available for Demoniac. So it might be rough. It's going to send a Maledict onto Zachary so he doesn't get any healing. Zach does not get hit by Mally. Is that what happened? It looked like one of them sent a Mally to the other. Maybe? Was I wrong? Maybe he didn't send a Mally actually. I guess Mally maybe is not up yet. It looked like he sent something, but maybe it was like another corruption effect, or rather. It's going to be Zach getting hit with a sap, but the Immolation Aura does get Demoniac out in the open, stuns him with a big old IB. Metamorphosis on top of Demoniac does hit him with a big old slow. Cheap shots are coming out to Zachary as Demoniac is trying to see if he can get some counter damage going. Does have an evasion and Cloak of Shadows if things really ever go bad. Evasion is getting proc right now. Trying to maximize the damage to Zach. Going to be a short stun on Demoniac. Evasion is still up and running. Could cloak out of this right now if you wanted to. Zach is still just trying to maximize the pressure on Demoniac. Going to be Shadow Steps for the Rogue. Zach is quick to pick up on that ASAP. There's still going to be yet another Shadow Step by Demoniac. Getting Zach quite low. That is going to be a kidney shot to try to disengage away from the Demon Hunter into a sap right after. Does catch himself for re-stealth. Looks like Zach is out in the open with his pants down for the time being. At least he got the loincloth up and running though, so at least he's, you know, not being indecent. IBM coming out for Zach. Perfect opportunity to catch up on health and does land the kill onto Demoniac from there on. I think he did a slash laugh at the guy. Rude, very rude. Nexus is up next right after from Azeroth. I think he's going to go for a little bit of that kiting playstyle that we saw a lot from EU. Just loading Zachary up with a load of dots. Got himself some cooldowns rolling too. Just letting the kill commands, and I think the Mongoose Bites from afar do a lot of the work. That's going to be a Maledict roll into Zach. Does land a stone into Nexus. He trickles out of it. Nexus is quite low in health. Could be going down. Does use a freezing trap onto Zachary. He trickles out of his stone into Nexus. Turtle Shell getting forced out with an acceleration. So the Hunter had to catch up a little bit of health. Does not have himself the medic bandages anymore. Zach does fly up in the air. Was trying to see if he might be able to get some freebie damage onto Nexus. Maybe the pet is still on to Zachary. Looks like the pet. Is it dead? Nexus, where's the pet? Oh yeah, there it is. I see that little thing now. You can barely see it, dude. The pet was actually so small, it actually is difficult to see sometimes. But he does have the pet. Zachary is going to peel back to his side of the arena. Does have Magewood to pick up as well. It's going to be Warlock, Soul Stones. He's going to get the full buffet. But let's see if I can just make sure he gives him some mana buns right now. Stun onto Zach. He is up in the air. That's still going to be Nexus taking advantage of that situation. Stun reversal onto Nexus. I've been coming up for Zachary. Does have the pet and the Hunter cleave off. No Necrotics up and running. No dampening up and running. There's still going to be a lot of damage on Zachary. Does go down to the kill commands. And Nexus is up versus Boomer Sword now playing Demonology. No, Destruction has to be right, unless he's Affliction. Wait, is there a pet? There is a pet. Okay, I was gonna say, what if he is playing no pet? Grimoire Sacrifice, Affliction Warlock, extra dot damage. Because what if, right? What if? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. And it's playing like the the tank pet to give himself more health. No, he's loading up a big old chaos bolt right into Nexus with a shadow fit to follow the Cataclysm right after the big wombo combo coming out with maybe a conflag as Nexus trying to bail away. He does set him with a conflag and horror effect right after with a chaos bolt to follow. Maybe another conflag right after. Incinerate to follow. Nexus actually ripping himself back to Boomstar with a harpoon. Stun to follow after he breaks his own freezing trap, or Boomstar actually trinkets out of it, I believe. Into another chaos ball in the Nexus as the Infernal comes out. Does anyone won't even run at Boomstar with the Infernal? Looks like Cinderella. No, it looks like Poseidon was going to be up next. Needs to wait out the Infernal, however. Got some freebie damage out of Boom. Looks like he's actually trying to make his way over to Boom. He's going to start summoning zombies at Boom. Boom might actually have a difficult time dealing with those, trying to drain life him. If he's fast enough with those, he does go for a Echo and Void Corruption, which actually hard counters the zombies. More zombies trying to come out at Boomstar. That is one zombie walking from the right. This is going to be Boomstar taking him out with drain life fairly easily. And does have the pet, the undead pet to generate combo points off of, or soul shards. It's even going to chaos bolt that thing. Poseidon is back behind the pillar with the succubus pet. Can't even go and just go death strike at the succubus pet either. He's kind of in a bad position. 6 minutes in, 8% dampening. We are going to see these boys starting to bow out a little bit after a while. Let's go to Boomstar landing more of those immolates. That's going to be a grip onto Boomstar. He does go for a kill onto the zombie. Abomination dropping into the fire. It's going to be chance fusion up and running for Poseidon. Does get himself an AMS. Boomstar looking to get out of there. No grip available right now for Poseidon. Does get a zombie up above onto Boomstar. Does land a stun on the guy. Second zombie to follow. And as long as Boomstar is not careful with the zombies, he actually, they will stun him. They will interrupt his cast, which will be quite huge for Poseidon. It's going to be Succubus CC onto the DK though. And that's going to be a stun by the DK's pet onto Boomstar. But he was so DR from the zombies, it didn't even matter. Poseidon does go down. Boomstar does take him out. Next up, it's either Lucron or Cinderella. Looks like the Cinderella Feral is going to be up next. Playing as a Horde Feral. I remember he was Alliance from a while ago, though, but I guess he swapped it out. Playing a Troll Feral. Big old haste swings. Look at him just flying around. What is that? Got some corruptions in himself as well. Looks like some sort of effects are going off. I think it's actually Boomstar's effect that's hitting Cinderella. Doing a little bit of that shadow damage. He's just swapping back between bear form and cat form. Like, this wings and just making it float. It looks kind of hilarious. Stun onto Boomstar as Cinderella is actually unleashing a lot of damage. Quiz bolt coming out for Boomstar as Cinderella is locked out in CC. It's going to be a stun to follow, incinerate, and a horror effect to follow. Boomstar is just continuing to chain CC onto Cinderella, but it's looking like he actually just wants to wait. It's going to be, I think, a random Infernal that got summoned by Boomstar. I believe that was a random Infernal. I don't know if he's running Vision Perfection or not. I guess we'll see in a little bit of that. Infernal lives long enough. Cinderella is trying to pop some dots on it. That is the random Infernals for Boomstar. Looks like he's trying to go for shorter cooldown for Infernal and kind of hoping that a lot more of them proc. So far, he's got very, very little procs of Infernals. Very little procs of Infernals. I think Cinderella, that trinket with the wings, it actually makes you float a little. It gives you float. It actually makes you levitate. And I think every time he does give him levitate, every time he jumps, or every time he wants to power shift, it actually makes it harder for him to coordinate exactly where he wants to move, because now he has like an extra float effect with it. I feel like that actually might work against him, but we'll have to see. Cinderella got some dots to run in on the the fell puppy. That's going to be another Infernal coming out. Second Infernal out on Cinderella. That's actually looking really bad. The Infernal's actually doing quite a bit of damage. Trying to see if he can run away from them and towards Boomstar. It's going to be a horror effect to punish him right after. A real Infernal coming out with a big old cancel. He got himself a beefy cancel already from this Infernal. Stun, and Cinderella with a mallet right now. Might be down for the count. Trying to bear form this up into a big kill on his own. Does get a skull bash on the cancel, but I think he's still down for the count. Trying to see if he can run out of it. Does not get out. Boom. Just got a massive amounts of Infernals. Every one of the Infernals does empower his Chaos Zone and stick the buff. So he already had pre-buff available. So when the third Infernal came out, there's going to be extra beefy Chaos Bolts. Oh my god, the unluck for Cinderella and the luck for Boomstar. Look what's going to be up next. Demonology versus Destruction Warlock. Corruptions versus Corruptions. Infernals versus Tyrants. It's going to be quite a duel here between those two and Lucron. He does a reflect while Boomstar does not a reflect. If Lucron does, you have to use a reflect on big Chaos Bolts. Or if you could use that on a horror effect on Boomstar to chain CC extra, that might be huge. It looks like there's going to be a gateway setting up for both of them. I think Lucron is trying to set up a gateway towards Boomstar. It looks like both of them are going to have gateways to chase after one another. So if one uses it to peel away, the other is going to chase. But that's going to be some puppies up and running, or some puppies up and running for Lucron early on to Boomstar. Did he get interrupted just now? It looked like he stopped casting for a second. But Lucran does need to get himself a lot of resources available. It's going to be fear onto Lucran's pet as he's trying to push up onto Boomstar. Boomstar looks like he wants to be the first one to make a play here. Stun onto Lucran with the cannibals to follow. Lucran cannot interrupt this yet. It's going to get another set of puppies available, and it's going to try to get some instant cast onto Boom, and that's going to be twisted appendage. Is that Lucran's appendage? I think it is Lucran's appendage. If you can get that to proc onto Boom, that would be perfect. Boom is actually in the back right now. Does have the pet to just attack randomly for free. It's going to be Tyrant up and running. Should be chasing after Boom. Does get hit with a horde. Does he get hit with a stun to follow right after? Needs that Tyrant to actually get some damage. Stun onto Boomstar. Does wall this Tyrant right now. And it's going to go for a bandage on the Tyrant immediately. Lucran interrupted still for now. It's going to send even more Demon Doggers onto Boom. Boom did pop wall just now. So Lucran still has his wall. He's actually used the cannibals into the pets right now. Try to see if he can kill the Felguard right now. Lucran thinking of resummoning it. It does put his Felguard onto a stun if he does not finish the resummon. So just start summoning your pet. Your current pet is stunned, so it doesn't get to get any kind of value on it. So you can't have just a pet attacking while you're resummoning a fresh one. So you can, let's say, double stun or anything like that. It's going to be random infernal up for Boomstar. He could maybe set something up off of this. He does have all those demon doggos and a Felguard to work off. He could get a Casbolt up and running to really ramp it. That's going to be fear onto the Felguard. Looking to get next to Boomstar. That's going to be a real infernal up and running. Double stun onto Lucran from the side. That's going to be some cooldowns rolling too. Boomstar is going to get a horror effect rolling into Lucran. He's going to trick it out of it into an interrupt onto the Casbolt for Boom. While Boom still got cooldowns. Hand cooldowns are coming out for Lucran. That's going to be Boom actually dipping behind the pillar. Trying to avoid this hand cooldowns the best. That's going to be wall available. Reflect up for the Boomstar. Actually reflecting his own Casbolt. Stun onto Boomstar while Mally's are rolling. Boomstar is now in a critical condition, but so is Lucran. Both of them at half health. Mally not available onto Boomstar anymore. Does he get a Mally roll into Lucran? He does. Horror effect to the Boomstar though, so he does run away. It's going to send him over with more pets. Bandage is coming out. Instant cast coming out for Lucran though. Might be able to get enough instant cast in there. It's going to be yet another rebandage for Boomstar. And Lucran is dipping down on health little by little. Boom just needs to get himself another Tyrant randomly summoned. It's going to be interrupt onto Boomstar as he tries to get a cast off onto Lucran. Casbolts are up. Is going to hit the Felguard with those Casbolts. He just needs to get a dot or emulate onto Lucran and then hope some Infernals drop down into Lucran. He'll be in a good position. It's going to be interrupt by Boomstar. Getting the Casbolt up onto Lucran with a horror effect to follow. Actually, it might be the end of it. Lucran does reflect. If he is able to get a reflect out of it, short stun onto Boomstar as he's trying to get some damage up and running. It looks like he's going to set some pets onto Boomstar. Those pets do very, very little damage unless Lucran does decide to go for a random Tyrant. It's going to be Boomstar getting the fear onto the pet. And Lucran needs to get himself an army right now. He really might need it. Might just have to go for a reflect. Stun onto Boomstar. Does get a reflect up and running in case Boomstar does anything. Boom does actually dispel the reflect off of Lucran. And oh my god! If you weren't aware what just happened, Boomstar saw the reflect by Lucran, used the pet to eat the buff for dispel, then get the kick onto Lucran as he's trying to get a cast off. The Boom went for some cast onto Lucran with a couple Casbolts and down it goes. Wow. The quick thinking of Boom's part there got him earned that 1v4 duel. That was so well played just now. That was exceptionally well played. To be able to realize what's going on and to be able to execute those abilities in a proper order, because you could have just used the kick, which would reflect back at the pet. That means the kick is gone. You don't get to interrupt Lucran. You know what I mean? And for Lucran, that's a tough one, dude. If people are running away from your Tyrant, like that's where majority of damage is. It's just so Tyrant heavy. It's just so unfortunate. You know what I mean? Super unfortunate. GG's well played by both of you, though. Yeah, I feel like maybe Lucran. It's so hard for Demonology Warlocks, right? Because you need to first get some resources, you need to get a Fear, you need to get some Shadowbolts, you need to get some Hand Dons, to get some Imps up and running, and then you need to execute your proper burst with a double stun and a horror while the Tyrant is obliterating your enemy. And that's so difficult when you are trying to CC the Warlock, but his pet can still interrupt you, right? So how do you CC the Warlock and the pet at the same time, right? That is difficult as hell. So that was very well played, dude. Very well played. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one up and running, yeah? Sorry for the coughs. Alrighty, boys. Let me know if we got a group up and running. Good one. Got one this time and also like thumbnail's job. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm glad you're liking it. I'm glad you're liking it, Caddy. Caddy was like, yo, don't call me ridiculous in another video again, dude. Every time, apparently, I had a video with Caddy. Apparently, for a few of them, I called them ridiculous. But I didn't mean to either. I didn't mean to. I just died to the Demon Hunter because of my macro bug, so I didn't stun it. Ah, it's unlucky, Boris. That is unlucky. It looks like people are having bugs left and right with either macros or chat functions. Very unfortunate, boys. And we got a horde group I could join. If you want, you can make one yourself, man. If anyone needs to come see someone, yo, boys, you're more than welcome to. If you guys aren't sure how to join a group or make one, let me show you exactly how you do it. You go to Group Finder, right? Go to Group Finder real quick. Go to Player vs. Player, Premier Group, Custom PvP, find a group, type 5, enter, and you guys get to join a group up and running. If there is one on NA, Horde, or Alliance. If you guys don't see one, however, you can make a group yourself. Go to the Group Finder and make a 5v5 1v1 Duels. You can advertise that in chat. You got a group of 5? I need to add you. I need to add you on real ID then. What's your real ID? I'll add you. If anyone wants to join it, just write down 5v5 Duels. There we go, boys. There you go. I need to add Night Demon to real ID, and then we'll be able to get the group up and running. Okay, what's your real ID? Dalaran, Gussie. Gussie. Okay, well, hopefully you added me recently. Hopefully it wasn't like an ad that you added me like a month ago or something. Versus fades, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Gussie. Is it recent? Ron Fart. I'm pretty sure not Ron Fart. G for Gussie. Garabert. Garian. Oh, Swifty. Must be real Swifty, right, boys? Is that the real Swifty? Oh my god, guys. I got Gius. I don't know if it's Gussie. Not seeing ya. Have you added me before? What's your full ID? Have you added me before? I don't know if you did or didn't. Because I'm not seeing Gussie. Let me try to see if I can add ya. That might do it. Next one's gonna be Masterclass. Yeah. Masterclass, dude. Let's go. Gussie. Hashtag 1349. Here we go. Did I get ya? Did I get you, Gussie? Yeah, gotcha, Gussie. Hit me up with a PM real quick, dude. Making a group, boys. Go for it, my guy. I didn't see it. Go for it, man. Go for it. Join up a group, boys. Pretty sure Zach and DR wasn't a bug. Yeah. Okay, Boris got a full group, so we'll get Boris and we'll get Gussie, I guess, against one another. We got 5. Look around says we got 5. I'll get you guys up and running after, yeah? White spectator match. Math. Gussie. And Boris. We'll get Gussie and 2 people. Perfect. We got Gussie and Boris, and you see how it goes. See if we can get them into a little bit ease. If you Gussie, if you've never done it before, so what we usually do is we do /roll for everybody, and we go by the rolls highest to lowest, or you can go in your group lowest to highest, however you guys want to do it. But yeah, that's usually how we do the rolls if you're new for these. I don't know if you've seen these before or not. It looks like Gussie does have Baelish, Demoniac, Foxy, Lildink, Night Demon. You said what? Oh, okay. Wait, so Gussie got some people that have been in here already, I guess, huh? Or maybe Gussie with Demonic. No, Demonic is Boris. So Gussie is, I guess he's Night Demon. Either way, it works out, man. Masterclass, boys. We'll see who's a masterclass here. 100% win ratio, masterclass. Alrighty. So Twitch, are we gonna have 4 versus 4? Yeah, that's a 4 versus 4. Looks like it's gonna be Boom on Team Red. Let's see what we got ourselves Night Demon and you said what? Hopefully 5th person on Team Red joins up, but looks like Blue Team is also having the same struggles. They got Baelish, we got ourselves Demoniac, Foxy, literally as a fox, and we got ourselves Illidank. I know people hate Volpera, so I'm gonna keep the camera on Volpera until we get a 5th person for everybody. I mean, I guess we could start. We could try. I guess the 5th person in each team is still loading in. Dude, the amount of rage people have against Volpera is insanely hilarious. People hate Volpera. Not everybody, but like some people that really hate Volpera, they hate them. It's like pickles. They treat it like pickles. It looks like it's gonna be Cinderella also on Team Blue. Hopefully Team Red does get their 5th. And it's gonna be Seavark getting open up a Demoniac. It's actually just a redo, but if it's a Fire Mage Seavark versus Demoniac on Subruk, let's try it out. The Fire and Fury playstyle. That's gonna be demonic. Not getting caught on that Ring of Frost. Someone lucky. Shadow stepping right against Seawork. Does get him a cheap shot. That's gonna be Meteor by Seawork to follow. Does get a strong dot on demonic. He does not cloak this right now. Should have cloaked though. Oh my god. Seawork just obliterated him. Oh my goodness, going for a little bit of that food. Baelish, is it going to give him that food? He is not. He's charging right in. Is that a Frost DK? That is a Frost DK. Breath in the open. A Polymer trick inside of it. Does get interrupted to Seawork with, I think, a grip, I think, or a stun. Try to get one or the other. Going to be a Polymer regardless. Seawork is going to get a poly. Either way, he likes it. That's going to be Baelish taking that Greater Pirate to the face. AMS up and running. Does go for Death Strikes immediately while the Death Strike is still hot and bothering him. The faster you go for a Death Strike, as soon as you take damage on a DK, the more healing you're gonna get. And it looks like Baelish got himself quite a bit of that corruption, but looks like Seawork focused down the tendril actually to kill it ASAP, and Seawork does have the big old beam of corruption onto Baelish from above. Is gonna hit him with a great power. Does he get the Ring of Frost? Needs to be sure. Does land it. Brings her up and running for Baelish. Does get a proc onto Seawork, even though he's not the one doing damage. It's gonna be a big old grip of Baelish. That's gonna get smacked by huge amounts of damage. Trying to see him if he can min-max anything with Seawork. He does have combustion back up and running. Actually, the first time combustion. So it looks like he didn't even use combustion the first time onto Demoniac. Pyroblast to follow, and Baelish does go down. Next up is gonna be Illidank. Trying to see if he can make a play. Where's Seawork? Seawork already taking 2 people out in less than 2 minutes of the duel. They're running a man down, but Seawork is trying to make up the difference. And Illidank landing that opener onto Seawork with the stone. Polymorph coming out, does land it. Illidank going for a chicken with an prison to follow right after. Trying to clean out Seawork of all the buffs. Actually gonna bail out for a second. Just punish Seawork from a distance. Maledict to follow. Actually got himself the temporal. Super unlucky for Seawork. Not gonna get any kind of healing with a temporal. Perfect opportunity for Illidank to really force out that ice block. Honestly, but he's not gonna go for it. It's gonna be easy cauterize for Seawork. Has himself the easy way out. Knows when to use ice block. So Maledict used a little bit early by the Demon Hunter, I want to say. Just waiting now for him to get close enough where he can hit him with a breath. Maybe Polymorph right after. Into some greater power. I think he kind of wants to do this out in the open, honestly. Is going to get hit with a stun. Trying to watch for himself. Breath is going to be immediate. Illidank does get hit by it into a Polymer for after. Hopefully it doesn't break. Or it's going to be Greater Pyroblast by Seawork with the Ring of Frost immediately cast in. Right as soon as the Greater Pyroblast hits with another. Loaded up already. Darkness coming up for Illidank. Does he get hit? He didn't absorb it. And that's actually going to be Seawork trying to see if he can bait anything out of Illidank with another Greater Pyro. Going to be temporal for Seawork trying to get himself as much healing. Does not break. Oh my god, Illidank. Oh my goodness, what happened at the end there? Seawork is just busting through his boys real quickly. Foxy getting hit with a Nova immediately. Foxy, for moments record, got himself these claws. Look at these things, dude. I really like the way they look. Like some color schemes I'm not a huge fan of, but I like the idea. It's like a tentacle wrapping around you with a big old eyeball, and the claw really does look deadly. Tricky coming out for Foxy, maybe a little too early. I think he might have put himself in the worst position possible. Greater Pyroblast double for Seawork is gonna go through a Karma immediately. Literally didn't even go for a Ring of Frost there. Just try to get cooldowns out of Foxy. And Karma is the biggest one. Seawork is just going to go for big combustion right now. Try to see if he can blast through Foxy. Missing the breath. Ring of Frost does come out. Foxy, I think, might get caught in it. Might want to blink back in there. Try to just up on Seawork. He might have the ice block. They're trying to see if he can drop a meteor down to Foxy. He has nothing left. That's going to be touched. That's going to take down onto Seawork. Doesn't do the most amount of damage though. Foxy burning down in health. Barely has a shield up. With 5 seconds of spam, Seawork could get himself one blink to finish off. Actually blink it back to get himself a little bit of food. Foxy has a choice either to push up or go for heals, and he decided to push up. Does not get on top of Seawork at all though. Just try to interrupt his food as soon as he could. Does get a little line of sight, but does go down. It looks like Cinderella. Wait, Cinderella came and he left immediately. So that's actually the fastest 4-man kill in 4 minutes. Cinderella DC'd, I think. Now that isn't a world record. That is not a world record because it was only 4 people, but that was quick. About a minute per person. It wasn't a what? Seawork, what are some of those plays, dude? At one point, he just went full combustion. Like, he literally just greater powered into a Karma, just blasted a Karma. As soon as the Karma was almost off this combustion, it just starts slamming Pyroblast into the Monk. My mouse mega bugged. I kept canceling my GPI LMAO. I'm so sorry about that, Seawork. He's having a day full of technical issues, but he's still clapping out duels, man. Let's go, boys. Let's go. My god, no. No one skill is working. I think it's my keyboard. Yo, you guys are having a lot of technical issues, huh? We have another 5? Alright, Gussie. We can try it again, man. We tried it with 5 and you had Cinderella DC, but we'll try it again. So is Boar the same group as Gussie now? I guess so. Yeah. I guess he is. 113, boys. We gotta catch up to the EU. Look at our 4-5 custom groups and list. Yeah, there we go. You guys are more than welcome to let the chat know if you got a group up for Alliance or group up for Horde. You're welcome to advertise that in chat. I'll be like, just a moment, boys. Is doing dailies. Get in here, Literate. Hope you're having a good one, my man. I think, dude, the dailies are gonna be here all day. You might as well just pop in for those. Just join the group. You can do dailies while you're in a group. You should just join the groups. And there's the duels in between. I think it'll be fine. Alright, boys. Probably I broke my cloak. Oh, you tried to cloak. I think it's my keyboard. Probably I broke my cloak. I think he tried to cloak when Seawork was blasting him. Once you go to the arena, you'll see. I want you to see the new just a mog. It's kind of gross, but it's funny. Okay, well, look at your mog. I need to be on the alley. Nobody's joined the group. Lol. It's okay, man. Just keep advertising. So you just gotta have patience. What does the fox say? Yeah. Ah, shit. Matukes, ready down. You got a group? Alright. We'll get you versus Gussie. How does that sound? Unless you guys are in the same group. Which could be, but we'll try. Matukes and G-U-S-E-Y. Here we go. I think you guys... Oh, different groups. Different groups. Matukes bringing on his own boys in there now, dude. Popped off a group. Now he got himself a setup. Let's go. Let's go, boys. This group has 4 almost there. Hell yeah, dude. Let's do this. Alrighty. Oh, Matukes coming in with Literate and look around all the boys. Here we are. Hopefully everybody gets in, dude. Hopefully this time everybody gets in. Nobody DCs. You know what I mean? Cinderella. Hopefully see you here. Switch. We got ourselves be as sneaky as an under. Look at that chest, dude. Oh, is that the normal version? What kind of chest is that? That's not a heroic. That has to be normal, right? That looks so good. Oh my god, look at that eyeball out of his chest. Oh, I think it looks so great. Oh my god, we got some fast skills. Oh, look at like a nightmare. I think it looks like BS Sneaky got the chest and he got the helmet. I think you guys are in the same raid guild and you have to share loot. It looks like it's going to be Literate here as well. We'll look at his demonology and Matukes as a furry with a big old sword. I guess maybe even 1 corruption or maybe 2. Boomer on Team Red. They're missing 1 guy. We got us a Seabark. We got us a Night Demon. And you said what? Hopefully the 5th does get to join in. But it looks like it's going to be Boomstar off the bat. Trying to show off as a big old demonology while Team Blue is trying to figure out who's going to be first or last. It looks like it is going to be Fast Skills coming up first. That's going to be Boomster just taking a little bit of nap, trying to bait the rogue in. Fast Skills should be aware that there is a pet somewhere out there. Hiding in stealth. If Fast Skills could somehow get a sap on the pet, that'd be great. Looks like Boomster is going to get hit with a sap, with a road. Kidney Shot does apply onto Boom as soon as the Succubus CC comes in. And that appendage is actually doing quite a bit of damage. That little technically boy is actually doing quite a lot. Double Crucible onto Boom. Does go for a Smoke Bomb. Boom still is going to get himself Cataclysm and a Night and get himself an Infernal in there just to give Fast Skills some company. He could Shadow Step. Does get horrified onto Shadow Step, but he's going to get himself another appendage. It's going to be mildly rolling onto the Rogue. Good call right now. Does go for a feint. It's going to land a Kidney Shot onto Boomstar. Does wall for it. That's going to be Chaos Bolt right now for Fast Skills. Does get himself a Vanish off. Could maybe go for a Garou, but that's going to be a wall for Boom. No Cloak of Shadows available for Fast Skills. He's going to get killed with the Chaos Bolt right before that thing is available. Does get it at the very end. Goes for a Warlock Hellstone and try to give himself as much mass healing as possible. Boomstar popping off even more damage. Fast Skills got to get some dots to the Boomstar right now. Land another Kidney and try to avoid himself the Succubus CC. Boomstar does get the angle with a big old Chaos Bolt for free. Onto Fast Skills. He does need to land a Kidney Shot onto Boom. Does land it. It's going to be Succubus CC right after. Needs to be aware of it. Doesn't have a trick in 4. Boomstar got himself a right position just to get it. A nice CC onto Fast Skills and smacking him Chaos Bolt right in the face. Does go for a blind on the Boom. Could maybe catch himself a reset. Could wait for another Kidney Shot, but does need to remember it. Next Kidney is going to be a Succubus CC every time. Boomstar being proactive, trying to see if he can get himself a corner strat. Onto Fast Skills. He does get a slow onto the Rogue. Shadow Fury trying to happen around the corner. Does miss it. Cataclysm does not connect. It cancels at the last second. Trying to see if he can land a horror effect onto Fast Skills. Looking to get him hit with a Death Coil. And Fast Skills just unloading the damage onto the pet. I think he actually even went to intro the pet on the Succubus CC. Maybe a Kidney Shot onto Boomstar right now. Fear coming out. This is going to hit him with the Mallet. Going to be an Immolator for Boomstar. Does he have a Shadow Step to follow? Maybe. Does Shadow Step. Kidney Shot does come out. Succubus CC is coming out immediately. It's going to be on Fast Skills. Did not have a way out of it unless he goes to interrupt the pet. That's going to be Boomstar. Actually, it looks like the Succubus CC breaking out a little bit early. Fast Skills getting hit with an Infernal, but that's actually a fake Infernal. Cannonball flying for him downtown. And Fast Skills is going to take a bit of damage. Infernal surrounding him. There's going to be Cataclysm around the corner. Boomstar got himself a good position. Resummon his Succubus. Fast Skills not looking all that clean right now. Does at least live through those pets. But next time, Boom has the setup. It's probably going to be in. Fast Skills does have a trinket coming up very, very soon. Does not have a trinket for the horror effect. Going to be a Mally, I think, rolling him clear instead, actually. Not a Mally. It's actually just Boom's corruption. Just he's, now there's a Mally. But it's just a Boom's corruption radiating from him. Caswell turns to Fast Skills. I think he's going to be down for the count. And down it goes. Fast Skills. Guarderia de Valperas. What does that mean? Is that the guard against Valpera? Is that what it is? The guard against Valpera? But Chick's just like, bruh. Bruh. Oh, I like your setup. Oh, that's so, that helm and how you can only see the eyes makes it think of like an anime. Is it just me? It's like those, like an anime thing. I don't know why. I feel like you could do like an anime montage with that shit. I think like Naruto, but like less cringy. Oh no, just as cringy. 12 times as cringy. The cringier the better. Boomstar is going to get a big old cannonball shot of fury onto Illiterate. Got himself a nice positional far away from the shaman. Intro horror effect to follow. Illiterate does pop a wall. Does not get himself a grinding totem or anything, but that was a good wall. To try to wall up some of the damage. Cannonball is going to fly for free. And it's going to probably cash in. Right as the wall goes down, I think it still did get the wall usage out of that cannonball though. I think the wall did dampen it a little. But Illiterate got himself quite a bit of healing right now while behind the pillar. Didn't take him long at all. But he needs to find a way at Boomstar next time. Needs to rotate the grounding totem for any CC. I think he just used a lot of his cooldowns just now, like Ascendance. So you might not have those available until later. So you just might have to wait until he might be able to get it with Boomstar. And if you're able to tit for tat, trinket for trinket, grounding for a CC, and maybe get out of CC somehow, still be able to blast out the most amount of damage to Boomstar, he might stand a chance. Boomstar getting himself another succubus resummon. Illiterate coming out in the open. It's gonna actually be put out in the bad spot. Using the sprint to get out of the root for a second. Does get himself a tremor totem in case the Fury comes out for Boom. But now Boom knows he could go for a succubus to see if he wants to actually set the pet over there to kill the tremor totem. Horror effect right now into Illiterate. Fury right after with a Shadow Fury to follow. Illiterate does get smacked down by every cooldown. It's getting more. Casbos most likely out of Boomstar. Fury coming out. Does not want to interrupt that. It's gonna be Casbos for free. Does get interrupted on the Casbos though. The Fury does break through the Infernal's damage. That's gonna be Ghost Wolves through the Casbos still for free. Illiterate does he have a grounding totem? I think he did put down grounding. I don't know. Boomstar was able to take it out. Blood of the enemy coming out for Illiterate, trying to max the damage into Boomstar. That's where Storm Strikes need to come out. Needs that RNG right now. He's gonna get himself an Earth Shield with a little bit of a heal. Blood of the enemy damage did not really go. Boomstar does use the gateway to get out of the capacitor. Looks like Kyle Jr. finally does get the join Team Red. Make sure you move around so you don't get deceived, my bud. Make sure you're moving around so you do not get deceived, my friendo. How you doing, Kyle? Haven't seen you in a while. I think it's going to be the biggest duel. Illiterate versus Boom. He's going to go for that mage for Illiterate. Having to go for a little bit of self-healing. Actually, looks like he got himself some food as well. His raptor, like, his raptor is eating something. He got food somewhere. I always want to find arena food. I don't know if it actually exists. It's going to be a cannibal trying to come out for Boomstar. Could be a horror tremor totem out of Illiterate. Actually, trinkets out of the Fear instead. It's going to be Casbolt almost for free. That's a short stun onto Illiterate being an orc. And it's also going to be grounding totem that he doesn't have a use for right now. Illiterate trying to see if he can unload some damage. That's going to be him popping off some cooldowns. Stun onto Illiterate right now with a Casbolt to follow. Safety Trinket coming out. Popping and goes with Fear still coming out either way. With a Casbolt right after Illiterate. Super low on health. Is going to get a kick on that Fear. But Casbolt's not even needed. Boomstar gets a big old conflag to slap Illiterate as he tried to fight through the Destruction Warlock power. And Boomstar had every cooldown up for offensively. Didn't even have to use wall. That's just how hard it is to be an enhancement shaman, honestly. But Chix is gonna get a nice nice little Vampira bow. I think it's the same as a Goblin bow, actually. Like, to be honest, I think it's the same one. It's going to be a bit of a conflag by Boomstar in the opener. Matux needs to close the gap immediately. Fear coming out. That's actually going to stop his charge halfway through. Should have probably Zerkard Rage while he's charging in. It's going to be Stormbolt onto that Chaos Bolt. And Boomstar got himself a good setup. That's actually going to be Succubus. CSC's go for the Cyclotronic. Second Chaos Bolt coming out. Matux actually could have popped the Reflecting halfway through, but he didn't go for it. Has the pet to get some heals from. Has the pet to get heals from, so you should be doing that as often as possible. And Boomstar is going to pull the pet back when Tiggs does have some corruptions of his own, actually. He does have some corruptions that radiate. Actually, I don't think that two-hander is a raid weapon. I think that actually might be from PvP Conquest Caps. So that might be a PvP Conquest Cap. So I don't think he has a corruption that deals with it. That's going to be, oh, Shadow Fury trying to come out for Boomstar. Going to get a horror effect on the Magician. He does go for a Fear onto the pet. Trying to see if he can blast some damage with Boomstar. He does go for a big gateway. Trying to go for the focus. Azeroth Beam does not reach Boomstar. interesting choice to go for the Azure Beam, but that's what the pet to at least get some heals from. So you should be healing off of the pet. Should be looking out for Boomster trying to resummon a new one. And Boom is trying to maximize the position, actually using Health Funnel to keep the pet afloat. Looks like he's just going to keep the pet over there in the corner until he catches an invis. Matuk's trying to see if he can close the gap, but he's going to get hit with a conflag, immediately having to go behind the pillar as soon as that happens. Boomster is not going to give him the pet behind the pillar. It's not going to give him any of that. It's going to be a cannonball for free with a Fear to follow. Zerko raging out of it late. It's going to be interrupt onto Boomster. I don't know what he interrupted. Was that a cannonball or a Fear interrupt? Boomster does check it out of that. That's going to be Infernal, double Infernal, beating up Matuk's with horror effect. He leaps on top of Matuk's with a cannonball to end him. Double Infernal was so good. I don't know if it double empowers the cannonball though. Maybe it does. Like, it does not double empowers it, but like gets through the empowerment faster since it's two Infernals applying the bomb. I wonder, I don't think maybe that would be too busted. Maybe that's why people use it though. Maybe that's why people use it. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. And next up is Lucron, trying to see if he can make his play. 21% dampening versus Boomster. This is a more of an open arena. If he can get Boomster out in the open, he might be able to have an easy time with him. But Boom is going to bail behind the pillar for just a second. He has all his pets to get resources from, and that's going to be freebie Infernal right now for him, which is quite good. Lucron is able to at least build up some soul shots from a distance. Try to see if he can stun Lucron. He does land the stun onto Lucron from afar. Try to see if I can use some unhook camera here for a little bit to give you guys a little bit more review. Interrupt onto Lucron. Boomster is trying to see if he can get an angle on him. Getting banished onto the pet. The Felguard does get banished. Horror effect coming onto Lucron. He trick inside of it. Boomster looking to line aside. 80 casts from Lucron. That's going to be a freebie Infernal coming out for Boomster. Lucron looking to get himself a little bit of that setup onto Boom, but he's not given opportunity. He's just hiding behind the pillar the whole time. Lucron trying to see if he can get Boomster out in the open at least. And Boomster is just chilling. He's going to wait until he has himself a good setup. Lucron looking to resummon his pet completely. 9 minutes in, boys. 27% dampening. Look around, look at all that hot right now. Very unfortunate. And Boomster just got himself that sustainability damage from the Destruction Warlock. It's so difficult to counter that playstyle. Just so consistent. Does land a horror effect onto Lucron. Interrupt onto Boomster for a second. Does land a fear onto Lucron for a second. Does break pretty quickly. Like, those pets don't do any damage, so for Lucron, he basically just has to go Tyrant every time, dude. He has to go Tyrant, because those Demon Doggos, that Felguard, they do very little damage. Or effect up on Lucron with a Casbolt to follow right after. Stun, Casbolt again! Does pop a wall. Lucron decided, you know what, this is time for me to get maybe some damage back into Boomster, but he does go behind the pillar immediately. Being a Warlock, you have like almost no insta-cast. Most of your main abilities need to be cast, and for Lucron, it's just such a ramp up. It's just, the ramp is so much bigger than Boom. Like, Boom has a bit of ramp too, but like, in comparison, Lucron gotta climb a mountain. Boomster just gotta walk up a hill. Walk up a slight incline. At like 27 degrees up. At most. Maybe it's bad if you have like bad knees, you know, hurt your ankle or something. But for the most part, it's a mile compared to a rock climb that Lucron has to go through. But maybe he might be able to get to it, dude. He's trying to play out the game. And I believe in the Demonology Warlock cleave, but we'll see how it goes. Lucron does get a random Infernal spawning on him, trying to banish that thing, but I think it's just a random Infernal. Stun onto Boomstar as he tried to go for a cast onto Lucron. Maybe perfect opportunity for Lucron to finally get some pets up and running. Trying to land a fear onto Boom. Interrupts himself for a second. Does get interrupt onto Boomstar. Does not get a fear of his own. Handle doesn't coming out versus Casbolt. Stun onto Boomstar. He trick inside of it immediately. Trying to go for a Tyrant right now. Boomstar is just going to try to see if he can banish the Tyrant out. Does Lucron get to stop it? He does not. The Tyrant is going to get banished while he's up and running for Boomster right now. The pets are doing quite a bit of damage, but the Tyrant is one doing the majority of it. That's going to be Cataclysm by Boom. Tyrant finally coming out of banish, and he's not going to be able to get any casts off. Boomster does have a mallet rolling on him. Doesn't allow him, Lucron, to get himself a little bit of pressure rolling into Boomster. Random Tyrant spawning for Boom. That's going to be stun onto the Destro Warlock. Lucron got a bunch of pets surrounding Boomstar. He's going to go for Warlock Hellstone immediately, getting a horror effect up onto Lucron. He does go for a gateway and an interrupt onto Casbolt for Boom. The pets are going to get behind the pillar with Boom. That's going to give him a little bit of resources, and of course, that's to give him a little bit of that drain life. Immolate for free on the pet with some Casbolts to fall. Actually, Lucron trying to control his pet a little bit better. Going to pull the pet before he gets hit with the Casbolt. But I think Boomster is still trying to force Lucron to sacrifice all his resources for it. Lucron also does have a corruption. He has a technical corruption that has not been proccing on Boomster whatsoever. That's been very unfortunate. Stun onto Boomster, he does get to spawn a random Infernal on top of the leap target. It actually does say leap target, look at that. Above the pet's name it says leap target, do you see that? It actually says leap target. We get to see where it's supposed to leap. That's so weird. I wish there was more of a UI that we could see, you know what I mean? Maybe Blizzard will implement something like that in the future. Gonna be Cataclysm right now for Boomasaur. Got himself Dark Souls ability, but the horror effect is gonna run him in the other direction. Try to see if he can set up a demonic gateway. Going up against Lucron. Try to see if he can get around him. Lucron staying mobile. 12 minutes in, 47% dampening. Boomsaur trying to get Kesbut's out on the bed. Looks like he's gonna get a horror effect onto Lucron. Stun onto Boomsaur to stop him from being able to get some freebie casts. If anything, Lucron could at least disrupt Boomsaur's playstyle. And something tells me Lucron is actually playing for Breath of the Undying, or Breath of the Dying. The new essence we have. It does quite a bit of damage. And it has a shorter cooldown if you're hitting somebody that's in the execute range. So I wonder if that's what he's playing. I wonder if that's why he's not going for Crucible, which is good too, but Breath of the Dying is what I think a lot of you guys started playing recently. It's good. The passive is great. The active is pretty good. It has a longer cooldown than Crucible. Only one charge on a 45-second CD. But it's good either way. It might be the meta. It's actually going to be an actual Infernal up for Look right now. Stun into Boomsaur. Is he going to go for a full-handed cooldown? Tyrant has actually got himself wall up and running. Maybe a second stun into Boomsaur. The Tyrant is going to be able to get some clap damage onto Boomsaur. Looks like Boom is running around. That's going to be Mally rolling into Boomsaur as well. The Tyrant is going to be on the other side. Boom getting hit with a stun. The Tyrant actually getting some freebie damage. Trying to go for a banish on the Tyrant. He does get one more cast out. Mally still rolling into Boomsaur. It could be really bad for him. Lucron got quite a bit of an advantage. All the pets are actually doing quite a bit of damage to Boomsaur as well. It's not quite enough to bring him down into dangerous levels because those pets by themselves are just not that amazing. But Boomsaur is low in health. That's going to be Twisted Appendage. Actually does hit him. It actually does do damage to him. And I think it does some damage to the wall as well. If Boomsaur walks next to a Twisted Appendage, it'll just retarget him immediately. And Boom is on the run right now. Lucron is trying to chase him. Boom is waiting for cooldowns. So it's going to be stunned onto Boomsaur right now. Does Lucron get him right here? Actually might be at wall for Boomsaur right now. Does he have anything? Warlock Hellstorm coming out. Does he have a horror effect to follow? Fear trying to come out for Lucron. Does not get it. Lucron does have a reflect if things really go bad. Fear coming out into the pep. Horror effect by the both of them. Lucron trinkets out of it. Has a Mallet rolling on him. Boomsaur might actually be put in a bad spot. It's going to be Breath of the Dying getting quite crucially low. Boomsaur barely any health. Trying to get on top of Lucron. He could go for a reflect as well. Try to bait out the reflect. It's going to be Cataclysm. Does he land it? I don't think he was able to. Boomsaur's still in a bad spot. The Petters are on top of him. The next stun could be it. Does hit the stun? Does Lucron have the damage? He does hit it with a Breath of the Undying, as Lucron is the Undying right now. The undead Warlock not gonna go down to a Destro Warlock just like that. He's gonna fire through thick and thin, and even with you said what, open it up as a suburb with a big old DFAs. Lucron gonna have a chance here. Try to get a fear. There's gonna be 100 cooldowns. Maybe he got a horror effect coming up, but just a little bit to get a horror effect rolling onto you said what. Does hit him with a horror. Does he trinket out of it? Could be a fear out of Lucron. He's gonna land a fear with a drain left right after. 15 minutes though. That's going to be 62% dampening. Lucron does go down as the rogue doesn't load all the burst on him. BS Sneaky is up next. He's playing the sub. He's playing an assassination. Does play assassin. Phantom Knight's coming out. He's going to get hit with a cheap shot. Use of what, trying to get himself a little bit of damage. He's going to go for the big old DFA. Does quite a lot to be a Sneaky. Good opener. With an evasion to follow. BS Sneaky got a vision of his own as well. Needs to go for Phantom Knights to get the poison rolling onto use of wood. Maybe even Crucible because it does go through evasion. It looks like he is trying to build common points. Use of what? Try to see if he can sneak out of that. Does have dots rolling. BS Sneaky could catch maybe a reset onto use of what? Trying to keep him in combat as best as possible. One kidney is all he needs. Blind on BS Sneaky. He does not want to trinket this. He does not want to trinket it. Use of what? He's going to be able to catch himself a reset there. And if you said what plays it right, he actually could do some damage to BS Sneaky. Maybe catch a reset. He's going to have blood of the cold blood available. Kidney shot. Does BS Sneaky trick it? He does trick it. Could go for a kidney shot. Landing kidney shot. Trick it coming out for. You said what with a cheap shot. DFA coming out onto BS Sneaky. He does go for a Click of Shadows with Crucibles. Trying to unload the damage, and the rogue in the alliance does go down as BS does end up winning. I wonder if you could say, wait, can you see his Absorbatron? I think you might be able to see his Absorbatron. I think he's giving you away. He's like, I'm there just to shield you. I'm there just to shield you. He's just there just to do his work, man. He's there to shield. He's not there to give away. Drake coming out for Night Demon with a sap for BS Sneaky. What a sneaky play. Night Demon just made a raw mistake just now. Garou cheap shot. It's going to allow BS Sneaky to get some damage. Not going to go with the kidney shot. Probably should get a letter kidney or something. Kidney to get that extra bleed rolling. But he got the rupture. He got the poisons and Garou. So I guess he's fine with that. But that kidney shot, internal bleeding. Ooh. Is it good? Kidney shot does come out. It's going to be heavily DR'd. BS Sneaky might have to go for more kiting spray. It's going to be Night Demon struggling to get some mobility to catch up to BS Sneaky. So far hasn't been able to. He's trying to see if he can get an angle with Fell Rush, but it's going to be a restyle for the Rogue. Night Demon not looking healthy as he's sitting at about half health. That's going to be Crucible to follow, so he won't even be able to use Spectral Sight to catch up to the Rogue. Trying to bait him next to him. Could maybe even go for a sap since he's so close to the platform. Not even using Spectral Sight right now. He's going to use Crucible defensively. It's trying to fly away with his Demon Wings. BS Sneaky does end up getting the sap. It's his game to lose right now. Night Demon has no trinket, no nothing. Cube shot coming out for BS Sneaky. I think he's trying to go for free Envenoms. Mark for the kidder shot available. Does get the dots rolling. That's going to be Night Demon going down to the Crucible at the very, very end. Who's up next? It looks like it is going to be Kyle Jr. I think Kyle got it in the bag right now. Dude, look at him look all fiery. He got himself the hand of Ragnaros and everything. Did he pick up the eye just now? It did. He's literally just trying to backpedal at BS Sneaky to give him an opportunity, man. He's trying to backpedal towards him. He knows exactly where he's at. Knows exactly where he's at. This map is Destro Warlock Heaven. Yeah, it really is good. It really, a lot of maps are good for Destro Warlocks. Like anything with line of sight and anything with like a massive open space also really, really strong. Looks like BS Sneak is going to be able to land the opener to Kyle. Open up with a cheap shot into maybe a kidder shot right after. Trying to go for a big old vendetta in the opener. Kyle not tricking out of this at all. He's probably going to pop a wall. Actually, I don't think he even needs to. He got some cool deaths popping a wall right now to deal with the dots. Trying to see if he can get a setup onto Sneaky. Sneaky popping that evasion. Kyle needs to get behind him if he wants to get any pressure rolling this. Kyle fall behind too far. Still holding on to trinket. Still has one more charge of wall. Trying to get himself a little bit of a heal. Waiting out for that evasion available for BS Sneaky. Trinket coming out. And Kyle actually does go down. Kyle did not respect the enemy. Kyle did not respect BS Sneaky one bit and did get clapped out for that. Alrighty, it's going to be BS versus Seavark now at 85% dampening. I feel like Kyle probably took dampening and the fact that the Rogue is kind of newish for granted. It's like, you know what, I doubt this Rogue is going to kill me. But then it's like, oh, dampening is like 80%. I got 0 healing, so it's going to be a little rough. See, we're trying to see if we can make... Whoa, whoa. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. You said your Mogul is kind of nasty. You got tentacles. It's just a tentacle looking Mog. Is that the elite version for the... Is that the elite version for Alliance, or is that just normal version? I kind of dig it, dude. I like the tentacle bits. All the dangly parts. I think it fits for like an Azeroth raid gear, you know what I mean? The Mog is Pog. Hell yeah, dude. Elite set? Hell, that's cool. Wait, Alliance gets the elite set? Really? Alliance gets the red elite set, huh? Does Horde get the blue one then? I'm pretty sure Horde gets the red as well. Do both factions get Horde colors then? I feel like it's a little wrong, but could be wrong. I feel like that's not right, but maybe I'm wrong. It's red for Horde. It looks red for this guy. Wait, so you didn't get the elite set then, yeah? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, so then that was probably not the elite set just yet. Because you're Alliance. Either way, maybe I'm confusing something here, but that's going to be Seavark. Got opened up by BS Sneaky, but he's just going to wait it out. 93% dampening. Sneaky, I think, got himself a winnable position. He just needs Cloak of Shadows, and he's set. Seavark needs to clap up as much damage before that Cloak is ready. That's about all he's got. Being an Assassination Rogue, I think it does really benefit him, though. 95% dampening, boys. Longest game of my life. Does open up with a Garrobe cheap shot, instant trick it for Seavark. Does get a breath onto Sneaky into Palmer for after. He could trick it if he wanted to. Seavark trying to get as much damage with as great a powers as possible. Trick coming out for Sneaky with the Cloak of Shadows. Immediately doesn't even want his health to go low. It's going to get Crucibles up on Seavark. Seavark got him that temporal up and running. It's going to be Seavark popping in the Voodoo trick to get a big dot onto Sneaky. Trying to get some AoE flame strikes around the corner. Has combustion rolling, but he's not going to be able to do much with it. Does go for a blink, trying to get a fire blast into Sneaky, but that's about all he's got. He needs to stop this Rogue from resetting. That's going to be Mark ready for Sneaky right now. Next kidder shot could be over. Icebuck available for Seavark. Does pop an Icebuck because he knows his cauterize is not going to heal for much. He does need to get a breath on the Sneaky though. He needs to land that breath. Does not get the breath. Sneaky actually might have won this game right now with Sap coming out. And Seavark is going to have that cauterize, but 100% dampening. He's not going to get any healing off of it. It's actually 0 dampening. Cheap shot by Sneaky, and I think he's going to have it down. Trying to get those Crucibles up and running. Seavark trying not to lose out of the game. Actually, cauterize does give you the full health, but I think he's going to burn out. It's yeah. Oh yeah, I was just a burnout right there. It actually does give you health, apparently. It will give you full health through dampening. I just learned that. But that's going to be one for that Rogue at the end. Holy crap, that was a long game. 22 minutes? I feel like it was so hype, Warlock versus Warlock there, but I might need to cut that one up. I like that one though. All right, boys. GG. GG. Get some groups, boys. Get some groups. You guys know how to join in. Give me some groups. Give me some variety in here. I want to see new names, new faces. Hey, Doc, what question? What's up, guy? How you doing, my man? I said, Rogue's insane. Wow, amazing player. He did okay. He didn't do bad at all. Jeff Kang with a group. 5v5 group with P-Blood. And we got player ready. And P-Blood is player. Okay, sounds good. Gussie is ready. We just had Gussie play. Get another group going. Gussie just had a group. Player got a group. We'll give it a minute. Evening Dow. What's up, Baron? How you doing, my man? Have you guys tried the Frost DKs? Are they doing decent in PvP? Frost DKs? I would think they're pretty good. Like, they got a lot better towards the end of last season. Not like they're amazing. I see ya. Yeah. We'll see if Seawark or maybe Lucron gets a group up and running. I know that the lead is getting passed around pretty often. I guess you could get Gussie versus player since Gussie says he's ready. Yeah? Let's do it. Let's get Gussie versus player. Because by then, Seawork and Matukes might have different groups. We got 5. I could get Lucron then. Yeah, we'll get Lucron versus player. Let's do that. New group. Gussie, you're more than welcome to hit me up in real ID. Yeah. I'll get you right after, man. You guys just get to play. Yeah, need one more? Perfect. Perfect. I'm not queuing you guys. Yeah, can see your name, but apart from Chilera's group. Can see your name, but I'm part of Chilera's group. I mean, like my cam covering it. I think a lot of you guys don't really mind it. I used to cover my webcam, but I don't think that matters, man. Alrighty, boys. Switch. We got ourselves Team Red with Demoniac playing, I think, more of that sub. Maybe back to ASUS. We got ourselves Illidank. We got ourselves Laula. We got ourselves Ani U and P-Blood. Team Agility. What is this Rogues and Demon Hunter shenanigans, huh? What is that? We're Team Blue with BS Sneaky. We got ourselves Fast Skills. We got ourselves Illiterate. We got ourselves Lucron and Print Warlock. Print Money? No, just Print Warlocks. I like how his shoulders are so much bigger than everybody else. You can see those real big peepers. Nazathi and I was staring at you boys. Look at that. They're tracking. So good. You can see Illiterate actually popping in a little bit of a different defensive. And he got that extra amber effect to him actually. That's an interesting effect. That's actually from World Quest. I wonder if that World Quest ability works in arenas. That'd be insane if it does. But it's going to be Illiterate popping in an anti-melee wall. It's going to be, I forgot what the name of it, but it looks like he's still slow walking, trying to walk up to Illidank. And that's going to be the mass pressure out of the Demon Hunter onto Illidank. Having to pop his defensive immediately. Still a lot of the, oh my god, that's still a lot of damage going through that wall. So the wall makes you immune to physical damage instead of giving you 40. Well, that was a play. Enhancement PvP, by the way, boys. This is literally like he actually played as well as he could there just now, but he popped in a different wall. He had a different wall. It's an auto town that makes you astral shift, make you immune to physical damage, but still you could take magic damage. The thing is, Illidank is a demon hunter, and a good portion of his damage is chaos damage, which is physical and magical and beautiful all at the same time. It's brave and beautiful. So Illidank actually just hard countered that. Illiterate tried to get him a little bit of that walk, a little bit of a bow. Illidank just pounced as soon as he saw it. So Illidank is going to have to go against BS Sneaky next, trying to see if he can match up against the Rogue. See how the Trinket. He's got a Blur coming up. No more Darkness right now. And BS Sneaky trying to see if he can get himself a proper opener. Legit, there's nothing with hope of walk up. As it deals with Mongoloid. Yeah. Demon Hunter, man. I mean, if they got a pressure on you, they might as well, right? Going to be Trinket traded out of both of these two. As Illidank gonna get hit with a blind. BS Sneaky is gonna try to see if he can catch a full reset. But right now it's his game to lose. Illidank is super low on health. Saps or non-DR'd. Just need to get a full kidney. Could even go for a cheap shot kidney if he's not sure. If he got any crucibles as well, that will do it for him too. Sorry, illiterate. I was very, very unfortunate in how that went, man. Has such shaman life. Does open up with a kidney shot, trying to go for an Venom. Militink actually has a little bit of health left. He steps, Shadow steps right behind him just to make sure he gets an extra global in there, dude. He wanted to make sure he does not lose, but that's gonna be an opening up with a BS Snake. It's gonna be. Is it P-Blood? It is gonna be P-Blood trying to go for a cheap shot back to back. Cheap shot bonanza onto an undead rogue. That's gonna be Mally getting traded. Was it a Mally traded? No, is it Mally traded? Out of P-Blood. BS Sneaker trying to heal their Mally immediately. Kidney shot to P-Blood. Actually doing quite a lot of damage. Huge poison bomb proc. Smoke bomb trying to walk out of there. P-Blood is going to attack him with a bit of that crucible damage. Just put a dot on him to make it harder for him to catch any kind of reset. Sneaky does have those wings popping up for him. Big haze. It's going to be cheap shot onto Sneaky. He does have a trinket. Safety trinket does come out. It's going to give him quite a lot of healing. And people are actually going to bust on a defense and trying to go for advantage. But the dots are going to be on him. Bleeds as well as poison. Does catch himself a little bit of reset. Going for a crucible. Did not go for a sap. Should have probably went for a sap. Getting shot to P-Blood. Might have to trinket out of this. Does not go for it. It was super DR'd. BS Sneaky still might be able to get enough damage onto P-Blood. Blind onto BS Sneaky. Blood couldn't take him out without using that blind, but he's not going to have it available for the next duel. But he does need to win this one if he wants to see the next duel, so you might as well use it. Try to hold back not using it, but he might just have to. Kidney shot onto BS. He doesn't have a trinket, no safety, and down he goes. Blood looking to catch himself for a bit of a reset. Who's up next? Looks like it's going to be either Fast Kills or Lucron or Print Warlock. I think it's going to be Print maybe. It looks like Fast Skills is going to be approaching next. As always, guys, be out of stealth unless you're dueling. Also, what is this effect you got going on? What though? Is that the... Do you have the full Elite set already? Is that what it is? The 1800 set? Wow, it looks kind of cool in stealth. What is that? Is that a corruption that you got going on? Or is that just... That was some sort of a corruption going on. That was some sort of a trinket. How'd you make a corruption red? That looks so cool, by the way. Not gonna lie. What did you do to that man? What did you do to that man? I was just admiring his effect on his cloak, dude. I was just admiring the boy, and then he just died in an instant. Stunned. No trinket. No life or glory. Bruh, I know, right? I literally was just looking at his mug and I didn't realize he died that fast. Cheap shot coming out as Lucron, having to verse with P-Blood, is going to try to time a stun onto the cheap shot, forcing out a trinket out of P-Blood, which is perfect for Lucron. The fact that he got a trinket now, he can go for a guaranteed setup as long as Blood doesn't have a vanish or pre-cloak or blind or anything like that. As long as he doesn't stop the setup, he's going to be in a good position. So Lucron got himself a perfect setup, dude. Perfect gimme. Not a gimme. It's not a gimme. It is going to have to work for it. There's going to be a cheap shot out of P-Blood. Trying to get away from all those imps. Trying not to be out in the open. Blood until Lucard doesn't have a trinket. So it looks like he's trying to stop him ASAP. Lucard did pop a wall there, so for Blood this is quite good. Cannot find himself a reset at all. The pets are not letting him go anywhere. That's going to be a Mark for ready onto Lucard. Got himself a horror effect onto P-Blood. With a Fury to follow, might be able to get some damage right now. Might be able to get some soul shots. If P-Blood is not aware of what's going on right here, he might be in a bad spot. It's going to be Handle Dawn. Does go for a shadowy duel with Print Warlock, looking to get himself a re-stealth. I think he's gonna get it. Yep, got it off. Lucron was not able to get any setup. That is very unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Cheap shot onto the pet. Get himself an Oblin into Lucron with a Mark for Death Kidney. It's gonna be a pet stun to stop P-Blood in his wake. Maybe Lucron has something to follow after. It's going to be cheap shot to follow. Just trying to deny the rogue some damage, if anything. Fear maybe coming out. Does not get kicked. There's going to be some shadow balls for Lucron finally. Maybe he can get even more imps up and running. Does have the demon doggers up and running. It's going to be one-handed go down. Got himself a second pet with a stun. It's going to be demonic tyrant coming out. Blood does line inside it though. If he can walk out in front of the line, that'll be perfect. Blood is going to get a cast off. Maybe no. It's going to be cloak as well as a vanish for P-Blood. And Lucron does not get the value of that big burst with that tyrant. That's so unfortunate. Does somehow see P-Blood though. I think the Maledict and P-Blood maybe was still ticking down. Maybe one of the pets randomly AoE'd. But that's going to be still Felguard's doing quite a bit of damage even though the Fear does come out. Lucard does get that handle down behind the corner with a Mallet rolling to P-Blood. He does not have a way out. He needs to go in. That's going to be a tactical attacking him from a distance. That's going to be a trinket for that pet stun. And Lucron does end up taking it. Lucron needs more procs for his corruption, man. It's so tough without it. Because I think it will help that spec. You know what I mean? That's going to be on you on his Blizzard mount. Gotta give him credit, dude. That's a good looking mount. Whoever designed that thing, it looks insane. It looks insane. I don't know if you did subscribe with 6 months or if you just bought the mount. If anything, I'm glad they gave you an option so you could just buy the mount without like committing 6 months or whatever. I'm glad they at least did that. You know what I mean? I'm glad they did that. 7 minutes in, it's gonna be Lucron versus probably his biggest nightmare on EU. It's gonna go for a trinket, trying to get a Fury on EU. I think he did miss his kick. That's going to be some freebie damage for Lucron. Does get the technically drop onto Oniyu. Trying to go for a big old Tyrant. It's not going to be a big old stun locker right now for Oniyu. Looks like it's going to be a horror effect trick inside of it. Maybe the stun right now by the pet. Does he have one? Lucron trying to see if he can just survive through the onslaught by Oniyu. The Tyrant was a little early with a fear to follow onto Oniyu. Just trying to run him out from the demon form. Trying to reduce the amount of damage it takes while DH got the Metamorphosis up and running. The pets are doing a little bit of damage. Oniyu getting back right on top of Lucron. Stun coming out. Does still have the underdraw chicken, but that thing is so nerfed. I don't even know if it's worth running. Double stun onto Oniyu. Lucron does at the gateway and is going to use it, forcing Oniyu to burn all those globals just to get some mobility onto the Warlock. Is going to get himself a reflect fear onto Oniyu. Could not interrupt it. Could not interrupt it. All his abilities to remove magic or interrupt are magical, so they would be reflected back onto Oniyu in a way. Or just nullified. One or the other. Lucron still does have a while things go bad. Is going to get interrupted on Shadow Bolt or a Fear. Let's try to get himself a hand to go down to get some pets up and running. Is going to try to see if he can get a hand to go down. Maybe a Fear spam onto Oniyu. Oniyu is going to fly up in the air. Lucron does not have a way to deal with this. Might just have to take this damage to the face. Is going to take some of it. But it's going to go for most of the line of sight. Oniyu really did put a lot of pressure by flying up in the air. Because Lucron does not have a reflect for it. It's going to be a stun onto Oniyu. Does Lucron have a second stun to follow? Trying to get a Tyrant up and running. No horror effect available. Mally onto Oniyu. Walling up. Trying to hold that Tyrant. Doesn't have damage. Oniyu dropping out Darkness. Hoping to maybe live through a Tyrant. It's going to be stunned onto Lucron. The Tyrant needs to hurry up and kill him. Lucron with barely any health. Had reflect coming up at the very last second. And Oniyu does live through it. It's going to go for a little bit of a concentrated flame self-heal. Warlock is going to be up next, I believe, as a destruction. Trying to get his cables up and running. For effect onto Oniyu, but does get line of sight. Fear does not land it. Oniyu does dip behind the pillar for a second. Shadow Fury is going to hit him. Warlock is maybe going to get one cable built up. Actually stopped himself halfway through. Still trying to land a Fury onto Oniyu. 9 minutes, 47 seconds left. 29% damage. Did Oniyu just jump on top of the car for a second, or was that a conflict rate that kind of rooted him there? That's going to be a Tyrant up and running for Print Warlock. And then he is going to go for that immunity, dude. Netherwalk is coming out. Try to see if he can bail out of that situation for a second. With a little bit of that. What is it? Immolation Aura? Maybe? Print Warlock getting a Fear onto Oniyu with a Casbolt to follow right after slapping him. Doing quite a bit of damage. And Oniyu getting hit with a horror effect. I think it's going to be Print Warlock actually playing more passive right now. Had to actually resummon the pet. Looks like Oniyu might be able to go for some quite a bit of damage. Succubus CC does come out. Maybe finally Print Warlock can go for a setup. It seems like he keeps breaking his own Succubus CC. He doesn't go with a big old Casbolt. Just like, he knows what he wants to do in terms of play style. But then he kind of struggles to execute it sometimes. Is that just me? Maybe? Warlock's still in full health. Does have a trinket. Does have a wall. It's only 10 minutes in, so dampening isn't super high. So for Oniyu, it's a perfect opportunity to catch a little bit of healing. They might be able to come back. Fear coming out for Print Warlock, getting stunned from a distance. Ivy up for Oniyu right now. Is going to be able to get a double stun onto Print Warlock. His Oryx, he doesn't sit him long at all. Trying to go for a little bit of a Dark Soul instability. Stun onto Oniyu with a Casbolt. 1, Casbolt 2. Back-to-back Casbolts Oniyu. Getting hit with a horror effect right after. No blur up and running. No nothing. Could fly up in the air and do some freebie damage to Print. But I think he's just going to back up for a second and maybe deal with a Succubus until he gets some resources. Maybe he might be able to use Leech while in Metamorphosis to get himself a bit of recovery. But essentially what he needs to do is he needs to get Print Warlock super low and then harass him with the rain from above. And I think he'll have it stunned. Getting hit as a Warlock tries to go for a Fear. Was that a Metamorphosis up and running for Oniyu right now? Was that an I-Beam? Is that a full meta? That is Succubus? No, it was an I-Beam. He just rushed with an I-Beam. That's a Succubus gonna stop his opener, dude. Oniyu cannot connect with Print Warlock at all. That's gonna be a resummon for a fresh new Succubus right now. Super unfortunate for Oniyu. I think actually he reversed the dot. He reversed the emulator back into Print Warlock. Interesting. I mean, there's not a lot you can really reverse. Chicken coming out off the horror effect stun onto Print Warlock. Does metamorphosis that fear? That's going to be a full meta up and running. I-beaming right now to a stun to Print Warlock. Finally might be able to do some damage. Infernal does come down with a chaos bolt smacking onto you. Right in the face, dropping in darkness. Warlock had an option either walk out of the darkness or stay in. Wall coming up for Warlock. We should be able to pile drive all those cannibals back to back onto your cancel. Another walk does get it with a stun. Second cannibal to follow. Does he get another one? Another cannibal lined up. It's going to be interrupted on you. Looking to end the game right now. Second CC cannibal to follow does end up killing him. Oh my god, the Demon Hunter stood through all those Warlocks back to back to back, boys. Very well played, very well done. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 6:30, boys. We got ourselves a couple more games in our system, yeah? Group here, all new. Hashtag tell 11982. Or look at me, B-tag, apologies. Did you try to add me before? I don't think it did, so I should be able to add you, right? Tell hashtag 11982. Yeah? I'll try to get you, dude. I'll try to get you. Alright, boys. See, we got a 5 group. Let's go. I'm so bad, Print. You gotta give it a chance, man. That's all you gotta do. You know, I think it's the first duel ever. Maybe not, because you're not a regular or anything. So you gotta sometimes, you know, get at it, dude. Hey, Dal, you got a group or not? Not sure how this works. Do you have a group right now or not, dude? Gotcha. Is that a group? Yeah, no. I don't know what it is. Yes, got a group. Yes, 5 here. Got 5. Any one of those? Illustrator, Turk, you got a group? I'm gonna start a group right now. Hopefully they're gonna stop walking and fall like that. Yeah, that's fine, dude. Yeah, so the lead sets are the same for both, just the cloak is different. The lead set is red, but the alley cloak is blue, so it's pretty gross. That's kind of messed up. I think they did it because the gear is corrupted. That seems kind of lame, honestly. I think it's lame to have them all one color. I feel like it should have been like a alliance blue, like more purple, and then a red for the horde. You know what I mean? I think it should have been better. All right, we got ourselves Seavark and Tal got a group. Oh, perfect. Seavark and Tal 5. Here we go. H probably doing good. I'll take damage and no Avenger Light works. What? H Pally is good if they take damage and no Avenger Light works. What's Avenger Light again? To remove corruption effects on PvP. I think it's fine. I haven't seen it be like absurd, like, you know, corruption one-shot in somebody. Holy Paladin's good in PvP and PvE. Yep, they're really good. In Razor in particular, good. Holy Paladin, Palm Hard. Yeah, they do. It was like I was like 2s away from being ready to throw my second fell. I got 2 seconds away until my second fell got started. Yeah, it's all good, look on. It's all good, my man. Miscalculated my turn CD at the very beginning. It's all good, my dude. Don't worry about it. We'll have more chances to play, yeah? Switch. What do we got? We got ourselves Boomasaur on Team Blue. We'll see what coming out as a fire mage, maybe? We got Kyle Jr., Little Captain. Are you a warrior by any chance, or are you just a rogue, human rogue? And we also got ourselves, you said what, versus Arthroid on Team Red. We got ourselves Coin, we got ourselves Deleted, we got ourselves Montu and Talaris. Brand new names I haven't seen before. Good luck and have fun as always, guys. Refresher on the rules: be out of stealth unless you're dueling. Warlocks can use share their health with everybody. Don't duel unless it's your turn. Pharaohs be out of stealth. Mages can share their buffs. Pallies don't share your buffs. Warlocks can share stones. I said that already. Warriors can share buffs, and mages can share the buffs. That's about it. Gonna be Little Cap getting quite a bit of opener. By Talaris is getting opened up on. Does get a poison bomb proc, but it's gonna be blur up and over Talaris. Little Cap is kind of running low on some of the cooldowns. No evasion, no vanish. Does get a kidney shot on Talaris. Not able to force out a trick out of the guy. Is gonna have to rotate cloak right now. So all that magic damage. Does have a vendetta rolling on Talaris, but looks of it maybe, or had a vendetta. Dalaran's actually getting slowed by his own corruptions while fighting against Little Cap. Little Cap dropping super low. No, Dalaran ends up clapping him out. Got himself that radiating echo of the void, proccing from his character. Oh, it's a gladiator too. Well done. Seawork is gonna be. Are you fire? Fire it is. I don't know why I even question that. Dude, this is gonna be some people's Ghost Wolf in Shadowlands. This Foxy, this little Foxy model. This is gonna be people's Ghost Wolf sort of kind of. It's like a travel form. Momentarily, like a minute cooldown maybe. Brethren Talaris is gonna be Seawork trying to see if he can land into a polymorph. Does not go for a poly. Is he still having technical issues? He might be. Mally rolling into Seawork right now. Wait. Is that not a Mally? Is that because he had him in prison and the Mally didn't go off? Is that what happened? Finally landing the polymorph, so greater power blast could come out, but that's gonna be tricky out of Talaris, trying not to let Seawork get any advantage. That's gonna be Iolethorus. That's actually gonna do quite a bit of damage to Seawork every time he casts a spell. So he just gotta wait until Iolethorus is gone. His percentage damage does start to get himself a polymorph. Would have almost landed it as Iolethorus is about to fall out, but Seawork is taking a boatload of damage in the open right now. Not a lot he can really do about it. Meteor coming down as he goes for full combustion. He's trying to see if he can unload damage onto Talaris. That's going to be maybe... Oh, Cauterize coming out. Does get himself a temporal Ring of Frost. And Talaris actually does get hit. He does drop Darkness. It's RNG Fiesta. Does that Greater Pyroblast hit? It does connect, so the Darkness did not RNG for him well. And Seawork having to Ice Block here versus Talaris. Very unfortunate. Talaris got himself quite a good corruption. It is radiating AoE. As long as he's next to Seawork, it is going to do damage to him. Imprison onto Seawork right after. And trying to see if maybe he can some damage. It's going to be a full stun onto Seawork. Does get a Breath Polymorph to follow. And that's going to be full poly. Does he have a Ring of Frost? Does he have a ring? He's going to have to go for Fireball. Looks like he does not. Doesn't have any health to begin with, really. Seawork not looking all that good, and down he goes. Very unfortunate. He also has been having technical issues. So maybe that came into the play, but that's going to be a cheap shot right now out of Use at 1 as he's trying to take advantage of the fact that the Demon Hunter does not have a lot of cooldowns left. Another cheap shot to follow right after, and Talaris looking to count himself a little bit of a reset. Use at 1, smoke bombing it up, has Iolethorus on him. I don't know if Iolethorus can work on rogues or any melee. Like, even if you use Crucible of Flame or any Azeroth gear, Azeroth traits, does that count as a spell technically? But it's going to be Talaris trying to see if he can punish Use of 1, getting an evasion out of him and looking to back up out of it. Does go for a Blade Dance as Use of 1 approaches him, trying to dodge any Kindle Shot or anything he's got going on. Blurred down for Talaris, getting be killed by the Kindle Shot. Use of 1 needs to go through quite a lot of cooldowns if he really wants to get some big damage. Talaris is getting some good. If Viscera is there back to back, so Talaris needs to be watching out his own health. That's going to be a cloaker shot for Use of 1. He's just going to go for a reset. No trinket available for this rogue, however. Talaris does go for Warlock Hellstone from Deleted XL. He's going to go for First Aid. Didn't get to go for First Aid too much. Use the Spectral Sight, rushing out and getting into prison onto Use of 1. It's going to keep him out in combat. Stunned right now. Use of 1 has a bit of health, but it's going to be going down very quickly. Talaris is getting quite a bit of damage. Use of 1, I think, just stopped. Yeah, I think he just stopped at one point. Unfortunate. Don't know what happened. Maybe he was like, you know what? I'm out of tricks. I can't do it. I messed up. He tried to go for a mark for the Kindle Shot at the end there. Talaris did back up for a second. He cut straight. He was like, are you doing anything? Are you doing anything? And then just rushed back in. I guess he was like the reaction time for Talaris actually was kind of cool to watch. He just backed up for a second, like strafing, like, is he playing? Is he not? Is he playing? And decided, you know what? I am going to finish him. I am just going to, if he is DC'd, I am just going to finish him so we can get to the next duel. So it's like that moment to moment thinking that went in his head, like that quickly. It was cool to watch. That's going to be a stun onto Talaris. Does he go for... Actually landed in prison onto Boomasaur. Landed that in prison to stop him from being able to get those Chaos Bolts up and running. That is a full Infernal right now. So Talaris has quite a job ahead of him. Trying to suppress the damage of Boom. That's going to be a horror effect. Cannot stop that Chaos Bolt. Fury to follow. Doesn't get to stop that one either. Try to save his kick for a Chaos Bolt, I guess. It's going to be running away from the other direction. It's got himself Blur up and running though. So at least he can use that Blur in order to give himself a little bit of defensive. But as soon as that Infernal is down, this is where Talaris could really go for some damage. Try to see if he can attack the Succubus for a little bit. Punish it. Get it to low health. That's going to be a little bit of those conflict rates that are going to stop him from attacking. Going to pop a Crucible of Flame on himself just to pop that Crucible heal. And that's going to be Iolethorus right now to Boomsword, trying not to get cast off, trying to go for a kick right now. Actually going to get kicked on Fear. That might be a Succubus CC to follow. That is going to be Succubus CC right after. This is where Talaris really needs to go for Iolethorus whenever Boom got any cooldowns rolling. So then Boom is less likely to get any damage up and running. Metamorphosis onto Boomsword. He does go for a gateway. Talaris is right on top of him. Immediately a horror effect is going to run in the other direction with a Fear to follow. All Boom has right now is just CC chains, and Talaris, all he has right now is Metamorphosis. It's going to give him quite a bit of self-healing. Every time he got some damage, Boom actually popping Wallace. He actually got nothing versus Talaris right now. Casable to follow. Does he get to do anything? Does have a Night Elf Rachel if he doesn't want to go dodging it. Random Infernal joining the fight for Boomasaur. That might give him a little bit of that value if he is able to get Casbolt up and running. And he might be able to. Casbolt does go flying. Talaris does do some damage. Second loaded up immediately. Talaris is going to get hit by it. Does go for a bit of a self-heal halfway through. I think maybe Warlock Hellstone. That's going to be a succubus CC to keep him separated. With a Casbolt right after. Does go for Lethros. Boomstar just needs to stop casting for a second. Otherwise, Lethros is going to attack him. But he does need to get cast spells in order to get Talaris off him. Did not want to go for the horror effect. Waited out that Lethros had to be patient about it. But now Lethros has got, Talaris has got him full stun onto Boom. And a prison right after. This is just so much pressure for Boom. I feel like it's been a while since we've really seen Boom under this much pressure. Like, so far Boom is the one leading the fight. Boom is the one dictating how this fight is going to be ran. But right now with Talaris, I mean, a Demon Hunter joins the fight. Well, then you kind of modicum of skill. It's going to be instant chicken for Talaris. Doesn't want to let Boom get any value on that. Dark Soul instability, and Boom going far, far away. Far away from the big bad man. Is he even going to get some food? Talaris might just have to charge him, man. Might just have to mount up and rush. I think it's going to be Succubus CC to stop him halfway. Does get a stun onto Boom. He did get himself quite a bit of healing. Lethros into Boom right now as the Infernal comes out. Boom does not want to cast any spells, but he is not anywhere near Talaris for now to do it. He's going to go for that full Infernal right now. Real Infernal up and running. Talaris doesn't have a trick anymore. Horror effect. That's going to be Casbolt. It's going to be huge. Oh, stop with that Casbolt with an imprison. Oh my goodness. What is that timing? That reaction time is insane. Fear trying to come out, does get interrupted. Casbolt to follow, Blade dares to follow. Is going to drop down Darkness. Boom having to walk out of there. It is going to be a Warlock Gateway. Does get stunned immediately. And that's going to be Talaris. Not getting hit by that Succubus CC. It looks like it breaks pretty quickly. Fear onto Talaris, but the Infernals might break and Casbolt's coming out. Oh my goodness, where did that Casbolt even go? It looked like it almost got absorbed by Talaris somewhere in the void. And that's going to be Boomstar going down to Talaris. Stood his ground against the Warlock. Kyle Jr. the Pharaoh's up next. Trying to see if he can land an opener. Talaris trying to deny the Feral Kitty an opener at all costs. Going to be a Skull Bash out of Kyle Jr. Maybe even Thorns if he has it. Does he get dispelled maybe by being a Night Elf? Or by being a Demon Hunter? Does not. Into a bit of an imprison onto Kyle Jr. to follow. Stun onto the Feral. Talaris needs to get himself another I-beam rolling. Get himself a blur up and running so he can tussle with the muscle. Kyle Jr. has wall if he needs to go for. If he's going to go for any healing, Lethros is going to refresh. Actually landing an interrupt onto that heal. Giving Talaris that extra fury in order to keep the damage rolling. And Kyle got himself a nice opener. Big bite onto Talaris and down he goes. Just like that. Oh my god. Kyle got himself a nice mean opener there. That's all he needed. And now it's going to be Moon 2 on Storm Rage as an unholy DK. Try to see if he can fight his way through Kyle Jr. Popping in wall as Abominations joining the fight. Kyle Jr. looking for a big old bite. Lands it. 9 minutes in, 30 seconds remaining, 28% dampening. And Kyle Jr. looking pretty fresh right now as Moon does go down. The big bleeds and bites. More than enough to keep him along in the fight. Khan is up next. He's playing Beastmaster. Looks like he is. He got himself pets up and running. Hibernate. Trying to see if he can stop him. It's going to be a Hibernate again out of the trinket though. Intro Freezing Trap. Could wait for that Basilisk to come over. Actually going to kite him to the Basilisk. I think he's going to get a couple big chomps in. And Kyle Jr. is still looking to get himself big defenses out. Just allow him to see if he can get himself a reset. And maybe a Cyclone on the pet is going to land that clone on the pet. Can't stop it right now. Still in a bad position though. 10 minutes in. 31% dampening. Needs to turn around and get some damage onto the Hunter if he wants to stand a chance. The Hunter does get a juke. A big lead for Kyle right now. Bashes the coin. He does streak it out of it. Kyle got himself quite a bit of damage on the coin. Looking to line his sign him for a little bit longer. Random trap is up for coin though. It's not going to be able to kite Kyle Jr. unless he randomly walks into it. He might just walk into it if he wants to kite away. Still trying to get some more bleeds onto coin. I think he does get a root onto the pet. He does get a root onto the pet. The Hunter does disengage quite a distance. Another root into a Hibernate onto the pet. Kyle trying to control the pet as much as possible. Trying to control how much damage it takes. Because if it takes essentially only damage from the Hunter, he might be okay. The kill commands and the auto attacks on the pet is what really does the majority of the damage. Big bite for Kyle as he's coming back. Coin down for the count. And now next is either going to be deleted XO or Arthroy. Arthroy? There we go. That's going to be deleted XO instead. Playing Demonology maybe? It's going to go for intro pet. Horror effect right now. Fear to follow. Are you destruction? Destruction. Has to be Destro, man. Into an Infernal immediately. Maybe Kezbolt to follow. Does go for a Flag, Shadow Fury. Cataclysm right after. Kezbolt maybe to follow. Does get a Kezbolt instead of a Cataclysm. And Kyle Jr. catches himself a bit of a restyle jump on top of deleted XO. It's going to be a wall up and running for the guy. He needs to get himself some line of sight to be able to see Kyle and cast some of those spells. Emily coming out. Cataclysm to follow. But he doesn't really get to continue the damage. Does get to interrupt Kyle while he does try to get a cast off. Maybe there could be a Cataclysm around the corner. Kyle's trying to avoid it. I don't know if he got hit or not, but he's getting right back in, refreshing those bleeds onto deleted. Might even be able to get himself a Skull Bash. Reflect coming up for deleted. I don't really know if that's going to actually help him. Maybe if Kyle goes for a root or something on the guy, I could see it. But does land the fear. Kezbolt is going to be free right now. Double Kezbolt, actually. Kyle does leap pre-wall on the second Kezbolt. Horror Effect is going to get him out. Chicken side of this one. That's going to be yet another fear to run in the other direction. Does still have wall for a second. Does he have a second wall? He does not. Try to land inside of the Kezbolt. Does land at 12 minutes in. Kyle, could he somehow find a way to get through deleted and then still have Arthur to follow through? Could. He honestly could. Fear coming out by deleted. And Kyle's still trying to see if he can use line of sight in order to get around the Warlock's cast. Fear coming out. Does not have a Skull Bash. Does have a stun though. As the Warlock actually did go for a Kezbolt instead. I think Kyle might have used a Shadow Melt there for a second. Maybe. Oh no. If only Kyle just lived a little longer. The bleeds were rocking and deleted. He had no health left. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, boys. Oh my goodness. That was the closest game I've seen in a while. Oh my god. There it is. There it is. That was insane, dude. The Demon Hunter just slam it, and then the Feral coming back, trying to see if he could claw his way to victory. Tried his hardest, man. Tried his hardest. This guy Kyle playing with one hand, the mouse, the other, look at the Monster Energy drink while also on the phone with the girl while all the players don't even know it. That is right. Kyle just fucking slamming them energy drinks, dude. Slamming energy drinks and slamming your girl later that night. Take it out for a dinner date, dude. He's already out. He's out on date. He's already out on a date with your girl while you're dueling him. He's out dueling you while slamming energy drinks, while dating your girl. Literally out dating on the date with your girl right then and there. You're dueling him. You turn around. Your girl's gone. She's been gone. She's been on a date with fucking Kyle. Ah, shit, dude. That's so good. That's so good. Alrighty. Where's the audacity? Here it is. 6:49. I think we got about in time for one more Lucron. Got a group. Player. Got a group. I need to buy a new mouse and cancel my poly 5 times. That's unfortunate, Seawark. I think you do, dude. Rush out to Best Buy right now. This is why I always have like a mouse, like just chilling. In case mine breaks, I always have another one to replace, dude. I do the YouTube thing, and for me, I cannot wait. I'm impatient, so I always just make sure I have a second one. If not, maybe 2 on the side. So in case one breaks down, goes bad, whatever it may be, you never really know. I swap it out. Sometimes it happens more than usual. Alright, let's get a look around player, I guess, yeah. Lucron and player. Boom. Can I have your links on thoughts on a link I posted in chat? Link you posted in chat. Link you posted in chat. I'm not seeing the link, but yes, boom, you're more than welcome to hit me up with the link, man. Alrighty. Cute. We're good to go. You can copy and paste it. Is that a thing? I don't even see anything in chat. That's the thing. I don't see like any actual link in the chat. Like, links don't show up for me in chat. I think it's like a YouTube thing where streamer can't see links or anything that looks like a link. First of all, links don't work in chat unless you're a mod. So if you post it on like Discord or something, I'll be able to see it. Yeah? Alright, boys, we're gonna have to finish this off with a big old tall Veron arena. Never really know how well these go, but switch. Here we go. This is a big ass arena. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't get to see it. Post it in Discord. I'll check it out. Is like a screenshot should I post? What is this team blue, by the way? Or team red? Rogue. Basically better rogue. Minus stealth. And then we got ourselves a Vinci on team blue. Oh, Vinci, how you doing? I haven't seen you today. We got illiterate here. I'm being illiterate. We got Lucron, Nexus, and Print Warlock versus team Brogues, dude. Brogues. These Brogues up in here, dude. These Brogues up in here. Which one of these Brogues is gonna go first? Or they're gonna send the weird Brogue. The purple Brogue. They gotta get one of them up, right? They gotta get, oh, is it purple Brogue? It is purple Brogue, dude. Purple Brogue. It's gonna be illiterate versus the T100. Illiterate is having Vietnam flashbacks right now, dude. He's like, no, my WoW. No, my WoW. Stun into illiterate, having to trinket that stun immediately as sees the Avian coming out for Onyu. That's how spooky they are, dude. It's gonna get himself bloodlust and big ol' Sunder doing quite a bit of damage to Onyu. Popping a big ol' Metamorphosis, illiterate changing up with a bit of a Crucible playstyle instead. For these dudes, it's gonna get Ghost Souls up and running. Capacitor Trump to follow. Does get the double stun, but his stun is going to be shorter. Or his stun is going to be longer because the Lillard is an orc. He sits and stuns a lot less. We're going to try to see if he can land a Hex. Does land a Hex on Audio. He does. Trick it out of it. The grounding was perfect for that one though. Literally try to see if he can somehow survive. It's going to be Earth Shield into an prison. Stops any healing, I think. That's going to be a Blood of French to try to take away the Earth Shield. Does get to. It's going to be a wall for a little for a second. Cancels it, but not all he could really do. On EU taking him out. I mean, he had himself a good setup. I think you have to go Ascendance. I think you have to go for a big Ascendance, dude. Maybe a big Blood of the Enemy Ascendance playstyle. That might have to be the only way to go for Enhancement Shaman. Next, let's try to see if he can let the dots and the kites work for Onyu. He needs to pull his pet back so Onyu doesn't get any kind of healing from Leech. He's actually just leeching from the pet. He's still sticking on the pet, dude. Look at it. He's not going anywhere. That's gotta be on Nexus. He needs to let those dots rock down on you. Pull your pet back. Oh, he actually killed the pet. That's not good. Nexus doesn't have a way to play defensive anymore, and Onyu is gonna exploit that right now. Chicken coming out for Nexus just so he might be able to get his pet back. Probably gonna be a freezing trap onto Onyu. Maybe. He's actually just still running, dude. He's still chugging out of here, dude. He's still chugging across. I actually got a camo. Wait a second. He got himself a camo. You should probably get a trap on the guy and get a pet back or something, my dude. Oh my goodness. Shine is doing something. That's going to be a big old Ibium right now. Buy on you. I think Nexus. Does his mastery work if his pet is not out? Because he normally should be getting like a little bit of healing every 5 seconds or something. Oh, down he goes. That's what happens when you have a Demon Hunter press you like that. Should have gotten a pet. Should have gotten a pet. Print Warlock is up next. The Destruction Warlock. Oh, changing up his mark a little bit. Looking quite good. Oh, never mind. Affliction Warlock. He's gonna Agony rot him down. He got that Shadow Fury UAs are popping off. Bunch of UAs. Is he gonna go for a big, what is it? Is he gonna go for the big pet? Does Onyu have reverse magic? Did Onyu reverse magic just now? I hope he did not. Print Warlock now having to go for fear onto Onyu. That Dark Glare is going to do quite a bit of damage though. Hopefully he didn't reverse the dots on him because Print Warlock is taking quite a bit of damage. Second coming out for Onyu. It's going to be Print Warlock getting out of there. I hope he didn't reverse the dots on the guy. I really hope he didn't because Warlock is actually melting. That might have been the best reversal if that's what happened just now. But on to you, trying to get some more damage on the Print Warlock. That's how I'm going to stun Print Warlock, trying to maintain those dots up and running wall, but not a lot he could really do. In the end, that wall was not enough. I think he might have reversed it. I think he got all those UAs and everything. That's the thing, you guys saying those UAs tickle. I don't think they tickle. I think what actually happened is, Onyu got dotted, and he used reverse magic onto the Warlock as soon as he got a couple of those UAs. The Warlock wasn't paying attention. He used Dark Glare. I think he might have extended the dots that was sitting on him. Because he was melting pretty fast. Like, Onyu does a lot of damage, but he was melting faster than expected. But either way, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. It's going to be a stun by Onyu onto Lucron, who's going to have a little bit of a He's gonna have an interesting time trying to get himself some resource up and running and demons rolling up. It's gonna be a fear trying to come out onto Oniyu. It does land the fear. Oniyu is gonna run to a corner of the room, allowing Huracan to actually get a couple of back-to-back fears and back-to-back helmet to go down. So if he wants to stun onto Oniyu, it's gonna get the Montar. Twisted Appendage joins the fight. It's actually getting the double stun onto Oniyu. Horror effect to follow. Lots of damage happening. Oniyu somehow healed out of nowhere. It's gonna go for the other walk as there's a Maledict rolling. The pets are still surrounding him. Oniyu trying to see if he can get away from pets. Needs to get himself IB immediately. Lots of pressure on him. Maledict does fall off. Does get himself a bit of a crucible as a self-heal. Lucaron pulls one of the pets back. Oniyu is gonna attack the other fellow guard in order to get himself a little bit extra heals. I don't think Lucaron can cancel out the fell guard right now. So Oniyu is going to get himself some healing off of that, if any. Lucaron is trying to get Oniyu out in the open though. No trinket for that or burst. That was quite huge. Lucaron could wall this. He could also go for Reflect if anything. Actually, the Reflect would have been good with a stun onto Oniyu. It's going to land the fear regardless. And the Goldans are coming out. Lucaron at least is going to be able to get quite a bit of pets out there. If Oniyu sits out in the open, this is going to trick it out of the pet stun. Metamorphosis coming out. Oniyu is going to go out of his Lucaron, try to cleave as many of those pets. Darkness coming down. I beam all those pets. Actually get interrupted by Lucaron. Is going to just send more of those imps in there on top of Oniyu. It's eventually going to have to be forced out of the darkness. Fear for Lucaron. Try to get some resources up and running. We'll see if he can somehow come back. The amount of damage that Oniyu has got while demon form is up and running. That's full metamorphosis is quite huge. Lucaron has a mini pet army up and running, and the Goldans are still coming. That's going to be a stun to Oniyu with a Tyrant right now. Is going to get another hand of Goldan if he has a horror effect to follow. Does get the stun on the Tyrant, forcing Oniyu to actually run out of there. It's going to be more demon doggers. I think they do get empowered by the Tyrant, but I could be wrong. But it looks like the Tyrant is nowhere to be found. I think the Tyrant either, yeah, he just walked over by the gate and he just stands there. What a good AI, dude. Blizzard really needs to do better with that Tyrant AI, man. I feel like they need to do better with that Tyrant AI, because even PvE, I've been there when he's like attacks a random person, like not even the target we're targeting, he'll just attack randomly. He doesn't swap targets as easily. His AI pathing is awful. Like, I don't know. It's tough. But it's going to be Lucaron try to see if he can get away from Oniyu, but he's back up at full health. The Demon Hunter self-healing is strong. Gonna get interrupted onto shadow spells for Lucaron, but does let him get those demon spells out, so at least he can still summon his pets. That's gonna be double stun with Oniyu right now. And Lucaron's still just trying to get some damage out. He's not gonna have the Tyrant available here, but at least he's able to get maybe some back-to-back CC onto Oniyu, keep him at bay without the metamorphosis up and running. Interrupt onto that fear. Looks like Lucaron might be the one fearing for his life. It's gonna pop a health trinket just to give himself a little bit of extra livability. It's gonna give himself double fear onto Oniyu with another demon. And a Goldan demon summons is going to be Tyrant coming out with a Mali onto Oniyu. He's just going to kite those pets behind the pillar. Doesn't want to get slapped by the Tyrant at all. Stun onto Oniyu. Where's the Tyrant go? Like, why did that Tyrant go? Like, Tyrant, move! He's just, huh? Huh? I swear to God, the Tyrant is the worst pet in the world, dude. Blizzard, fix him, please. Make him a smart pet, or at least allow him to cast the walls or something. Like, there's gotta be... Make him a melee pet, and give him, like, fast... Make him, like, a... They should just make him... They should just make him into a... They should just make him into a Desert Warlock pet, basically. You know when they summon the big fiery ball boy? Make him just like him. Those guys are a little smarter, it feels like. Lucaron try to see if he can gateway. Does gateway through the stun. I'm still gonna smack him, and even though he fought valiantly, that's all he had left, with Vinci being the last man standing on Team Bloom. The rogue's taken over the both gates. Vinci has nowhere to go. He has to fight the purple rogue, the purple brogue, the purple boy. Is he gonna be able to come back? Is he going to be the one coming out on top, or is Oniyu going to get that big old 1v5 clapperoonie here? Cheap shot open up for Vinci, playing up the assassination. Actually just going to go with a cheap shot and try to see if he can bail out. Stun coming out for Oniyu. Going to fell rush on top of Vinci, and it's going to drop himself down to 60%, close to 50. Vinci, how much to pop? Every defensive right now, every heal available without popping big cooldowns. And that's going to be Mali, I think, rolling up onto Oniyu right now. I think he tried to reverse the Mali, but I think it refreshed on Oniyu. I think that's what's going on. I think he tried to reverse it, but he didn't get to reverse all of it. That or something else. That's going to be 8 minutes in. Eventually does go for a vanish. after taking a little bit of damage from Oniyu. Oniyu still does not have a trinket, so eventually he does get himself a back-to-back stun with a full vendetta. He might actually stand a chance to Oniyu. Almost getting caught out, does get himself a sit pick up. Oniyu does see him somehow. Either he was tagged, or able to tag him or something. Trinket available for Oniyu very, very soon. Blind is up. He doesn't want to trinket. No, he does choose a trinket. Eventually, you could turn it around somehow. Metamorphosis coming up. Hopefully, eventually did not pop a kidney shot during that. But that's going to be evasion available for Eventually. Still trying to build calm points off of Oniyu. Does he get to go for a big one? And the stun comes out, and Oniyu gets himself a big old crucible. Oniyu came in. He saw. He conquered Demon Hunter. Big old 1v5. But who could have seen that coming? Demon Hunters, 1v5s, easy money. He played really well. I cannot take it away from him. No matter how you feel about Demon Hunters, I feel like he played that well. Well done. Everybody played really well there. I like that a lot. Clapped. He did clap him. You gotta give him credit. He came in. He saw. They did. They all did it. He made him deaded. He made him not alive. Dimlor, what's up? Making a group 5? It's 7:01, man. I think we're going to be calling here. We got a lot of duels for today, man. We'll do some next week, boys. Friday, Saturday. You know what we do. You know how we do. Alright, let me send Karma. Karma is trying to do some sort of a drawing. He wants to draw one of my characters. And he says he likes fur. He likes furries. He likes pandas, tauren, all that good stuff. With fur. We're going to try to find a tauren with a fur or something. Or a panda. Hold on, boys. I'm gonna confirm with you. I'm gonna confirm with you for what they should draw. There's a model in particular that I have a thought process of. It might be complex because there's a lot of cool armor, but it's of your favorite boy. It's of your favorite, the boy, the myth, the legend, dude. I'm thinking to draw this. I'm thinking to take a stab at drawing this. That's why I'm thinking of linking them. What do you think? It's your boy. Guess who that is? Guess who that big hairy boy is? I think it would look good. There's a bit of that like blue effect, blue armor. It's very simple to draw, I would say. The swords are dope. Is the boy. Is the boy. TF, LMAO. I don't know, Kren. I have no idea. They were like, yo, I want to draw one of the characters. I was like, alright. Here we go. I think it will look cool. Bam. Looks like steak dinner. It is steak dinner, but like vicious. Very vicious. Wait, Echo and Void hit you for 1,000,000 damage? No way. He did 1,000,000 damage with Echo and Void. That seems really strong. But then again, he also is a melee of a lot of people, isn't he? I guess it procs a lot, huh? Yeah, I saw that Echo and Void apparently is really good. I don't have that corruption. How much damage does it take on average? It should be percentage damage, shouldn't it be? But then again, that's over a full duel, right? Over a full duel, he did mostly Echo and Void. Because that thing does radiate passively. He only has like one, you know, he goes in, pa 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 pa. But it doesn't burst one shot, does it? Oh, and the only horde race that can match Oryx is Great Warriors? True. What about Maga Oryx? Does it count those? I mean, I guess it would be same thing, right? High Mountain, also Tauren. Same thing, right? Yeah. Have Echo and my Demon Hunter collapse. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. I don't have that one. That'd be cool to get. I think it's good for AoE and single target. I think it's not as offensive as some of the other corruptions, though. You know what I mean? Not as offensive as some of the other corruptions. Some corruptions are busted. Look, Boomasaur though has Echo and Void as well. Oniyu doesn't have it. Talaris. Oh. Well, his hits a lot harder. Does he have like a higher rank version of that thing? And a fusion burn? I don't know what that is. Is that a weapon for Mechagon? Because like yours hits on average 600. His hits quite high. On average 1,800. Which I think is percentage damage. So his basically hits for 1.8% of someone's health. So 2% a pop. That seems like a lot. Maybe he also AoE'd though. Like he maybe ran into a group accidentally while it's pumping. So maybe it looks overinflated. But you never really know, right? Lurkron got a couple of those Mind Flays. It doesn't proc nearly as often as it should. Reaping Flame seems to do some solid damage though. Twilight Devastation does chunky damage too. See which one does he have? He doesn't even have one actually. No, he does Twilight Devastation. It didn't get to proc from him nearly as often. Rose has the Katika, but not that one. Kyle, Echo and Void. That one seems really good. Doesn't seem like this guy has any. P-Blood doesn't have any either, by the looks of it. Well, he might have one. He might have one, like the one that increases your crit damage. But Vile Dot? Oh, that seems really strong. Seems to do quite a lot. Ooh, fast skills with a Mind Flays. Crazy. Burnt Warlock without a one yet. Yeah, look, Brent Warlock actually did do damage to himself. Wait, Brent Warlock did a lot of damage to himself. Look at this UA's corruptions. He actually had corruptions, then UA's reflected back at him. And that's probably other dots too. Inch of Flame, crazy. Yeah, next week we'll see probably a lot more corruptions, boys. Everybody will open on Mythic Plus chest. Everybody will open on other chests. But I think we're gonna call it here, boys. Thank you so much for coming by. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you, boys. You guys are beautiful. That's a lot of videos that are going to be up on the channel. I had a lot of fun with a lot of these duels, man. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully we'll see more corruptions, more gear upgrades as the season updates for next week, as the Mythic Pluses update for the next week. Thank you, boys. I appreciate all of you. You guys are beautiful. And I think I'll see you guys all next stream arena tomorrow. We got to finish up some of our alts. We might even jump on our rogue and see if we can farm more corruptions and stuff. We'll see how it goes. I can show my AoE burst as Outlaw. But thank you boys so much for coming by. Peace.
Warning.